Hey, Hoff here. Welcome to Hoffcast. I believe this is episode 39. And this is going to be a good one. I have some guests on tonight, some great guys. One I've known for a few years now, actually, and one I just got to meet recently. So it's going to be a fun show. It's going to be a dichotomy of things, dimensions. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Paradigm, different paradigms coming together to give a bigger worldview of what is going on in society, pop culture, and people who control the world. So that's kind of what we're going to be talking about tonight. If you don't already know, please go to Hoffcast.com. That's my website, ladies and gentlemen, Hoffcast.com. And you can go there, and if you don't know when the next stream is going to be, I'll put it up here for you, make it simple, make it convenient as I try to do. So you just scroll down there to this week's live stream, and I got it posted. You just click on the link, and you're good to go. You can see the chat right there. It's already going, baby. See it, you see it live. So that being said, please, if you're watching, it really helps out. Please give me a like, give the video a like, give me a subscribe for Hoffcast, and share it and ring the bell if you feel so inclined. So let's get to the show here. Let's bring him on right now. I'd like to introduce my guests, Mr. Jake Carr. I don't know how's it going, Mr. Jake Carr, Mr. Pop Culture PB. How are you both doing tonight?
Oh, doing pretty good. Just had to drive across the state, and then I came back here, and then Hoffcast.
Hoffcast. Thursday night Hoffcast. Yeah, we get rowdy on Thursdays. I always get rowdy. But let's start out. Let me start out with Jake, Mr. Jake Carr. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, some of your content, where they can find you. I know I put both of your channel links in the description below for anyone who wants to go to your YouTube channels.
Yeah, I mean, all my content relates to the occult, and it's been Norse mythology. I talk about anything alchemy related, any obscure, offbeat, paranormal, parapsychology, you name it. I mean, I don't really put myself out there too much. I try to keep myself involved with people interested in the content. So it's kind of a seek and ye shall find type of channel. I don't proselytize to people, and if someone's interested in it.
I feel special tonight having you on.
I don't tell my friends and family about my content because
I don't either. I don't even put my real name out there, Yeah.
Dude, I tried telling my friends and family about my content. Not a single fucking one showed up. So carry on.
Right. That's what the internet's full of. There's you got your kooks, your crazies, and your crackpots.
My parents brands. Also they don't agree with me on a lot of things politically, so they would not enjoy my content at all. Nor do I think they believe in anything kind of supernatural or anything like that. They're pretty straight-laced people. You know what I mean? And they're just not into the same thing. I'm surprised I came. Maybe I'm adopted. Who knows? But
your parents are atheists?
My dad is. My mom isn't. My mom's actually a big believer in God, but she's still brainwashed by the system.
What a dynamic. Continue, Jake.
Well, I'd say that there's 3 different types of people out there on the internet. Kind of like you have a nerd, a geek, and a dork.
Sounds
very
like
similar.
I hit the center of that Venn diagram.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like I'm all 3 there, but
well, a nerd is someone.
Tell us.
A nerd, yeah. There's a differentiation to be made here.
Okay.
A nerd is someone that specializes in one type of knowledge, almost to the point where they have like Asperger's, like Greta Thunberg, easy example. A complete nerd about environmentalism and climate change and any facts related to that. A geek is someone that specializes in one activity, and that's all they do with their life, whether it be video games. Unfortunately, that's the state of the world where most people are only good at things that don't really matter. So they'll geek out on video games. Maybe they really love their dirt bike, but it's just like one thing that they're good at. Football,
I love
sports.
dirt bike video games.
So that's a geek. A dork is kind of in the middle, where they know a little bit of everything, but they actually like to do stuff. So they're kind of a jack of all trades. So then to bring that over to I made this up today. This kook, crazies, and crackpots. a kook is someone that is open-minded to just about anything. Whereas a crazy is someone that takes it a little bit too serious. Like they really fucking believe it to the extent where they're like the geek, where they feel like they're a victim of it.
I'm definitely more of a kook in this situation.
Me too. I'm a kook, all right. And then on the complete extreme end, a crackpot is someone that's like a megalomaniac, where they think they know this obscure occult knowledge and they put it to use. So they're like a sadistic fucking bastard for the most part. Those are your crackpots, but your self-proclaimed gurus would be a crackpot, people like that. So I'm in the middle as well. I would classify myself as a dork and a kook.
I like to look into these things because not only do I find them just straight up entertaining to look into these things, I do. They're like, to me, I think it's mind blowing putting these things together sometimes, but I really just do it to kind of figure out like where everything comes from, why everything happens. Not because that's the biggest thing, because I didn't understand a lot of this stuff, that a lot of the culture that happened previously in my life, like I was talking about the Nickelodeon guy, Dan Schneider, there on my last stream, freaked people out a little bit because a lot of people didn't know that they infiltrate all of these. They infiltrate a lot of these, like just like the Facebook and the Disney and the Nickelodeon. It's part of all of these big influencing kind of, to people and to young people especially. So we can get more into that later. But I just that's why I want to figure it out, because I wanted to figure out how I was brainwashed in the past and how I can rewire my brain to not be brainwashed anymore, basically. And I'm not really one-sided politically, but I do agree more so with a certain side. But rewiring my brain totally, I'm still in the process of it, but it's just opened my mind to see how to avoid being controlled in the future. And I think that's why I like to figure these things out, is because they're trying to control us with it all. Anyways, PB, tell us about yourself a little bit, man.
Oh, I talk about a bunch of random pop culture stuff. I do the occasional funny video. You know, if you go over to my channel, which it doesn't say on the screen, it just says PB because that's what people call me, but Pop Culture PB. You can find that. You can find the Twitter. You can find the YouTube. I mean, there are probably some other. There's an Instagram. There's all kinds of crazy. Put it into your Google. Right here.
I'm gonna bring Jake's up too. I forgot to do it for him. I'm gonna bring up Jake's channel here in a second too, just kind of show people.
Yeah, do a show every week.
Recognize what he's, your logo there. Not PC, just PB. Can you tell us what PB means? Is that your initials, or is it like?
Oh no.
You love peanut butter.
It definitely has to do with peanut butter. Now you're both younger men, so you might not remember the candy bar PB Max.
I don't.
No,
I don't feel like I'm that young.
Well, you're pretty young because you don't remember the candy bar PB Max, and the candy bar PB Max got discontinued right when I was born.
I imagine it got discontinued.
Yep. So 100% discontinued. I didn't get discontinued, thankfully. Woof. Made it through those 9 months without taking a needle to the neck. Anyway,
wow.
Not the point. The point is,
you didn't get canceled.
No, they wanted to name me Baby Max initially. That was what my name was going to be. But then they ended up naming me after my two dead uncles because I had one on each side of the family. And then apparently, from what I'm told, my dad was sitting there one day and watching TV, or it was just on in the background or something, and then he's seen a commercial for the candy bar PB Max. So then my nickname was PB Max for, I don't know, a week, and then it just got shortened to PB by the time that I could remember. So people in my family, friends, people at school, everybody called me PB. So I figured, oh, I could just use that for a YouTube name. That's great. And then what do I want to talk about? I didn't want to hamstring myself into just Star Wars, just Marvel, just DC, whatever. I want to talk about all of them. So I was like, oh, that's pop culture. But then, people take the piss out of me when they're like, how do you not know this? You're a pop culture channel. I was like, yeah, because I can't do everything. Like, get over it.
Wow. So we're already going deep. We're already figuring out the mysteries behind pop culture PB here.
Yeah,
Wow,
man.
we know the whole story now. The truth. I've wondered that. So I wanted to show Jake's channel real quick too, because I didn't get his up when he was talking about his what he does here. Go
What
visit
does
both
it
these
say?
guys.
Wait, what's it say at the top?
Detective
sleep
Agency.
with
We never
Detective
see. Yeah, it's got the.
I don't know why I
eye.
chose that banner. I haven't edited my page in so long.
It looks mysterious, you know. I like that.
The Pinkerton Detective Agency was like, that's where the term private eye comes from. They're private investigators. They go back to, like, I think the Civil War. Probably ought to know all the history before I post stuff like that, but I don't know. I thought it was a cool banner, I guess you'd call it. I wanted to be like a paranormal investigator, and I was looking for banners. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I don't know the history of it, but I got into that. I did a little bit of research about it further. President William McKinley and the Pinkerton Detective Agency were like thugs that there was a bunch of anarchists that ended up getting President McKinley assassinated, and so the Pinkerton thugs were there to defend McKinley. And this is like very early anarchism with like communism interlaced between the two.
Pinko commie rags.
Something like that. But yeah, there you go. Brief little bit of history. I'm no history buff, but I can at least stammer my way through it, you know.
Hey, I want to thank you guys for being here. Before we get started with the conversation, I do love my chat. I call them the bosses. I just wanted to say hey to everyone who's here so far. So I want to say hey to Steve Harloha. He's my brother of mine. I love this guy. He says, I have a job tomorrow at noon. I'm going to be done by 3 so I can watch. He posted this way earlier today, way before the stream, right when I first posted. He said, or at least listen. Much love and aloha, brother. Aloha to you, Steve. Hope everything's going well. He also comments again later here, so I'll get to that in just a moment. Mr. Sapphire Elf, how you doing? Another brother from down and under. I'm terrible with that. I'm sorry if I insulted you. Rise up lights.
Wait, Australians can be insulted?
Oh, maybe not. I don't know. They do throw around cunt a lot, you know. Just got a karaoke group on this morning, and I tried to watch the second screen. I felt like, I appreciate you, man. Saying good day to Steve. Good day. Steve also says, aloha, brother. I'll check you later. I'm 2 hours late. Want to say hi and hit that like button. Well, thank you so much. And if you haven't already hit the like button, make sure you do, not just for me, but for these amazing guests that I'm having on tonight. Also, Courtney from It's Courtney's Fellowship of Oddballs. Hope you're doing good tonight, Courtney. Thank you for showing up. My buddy Shane, thank you for being here. I'm glad you can comment tonight. I'm glad YouTube lets you start commenting again. He told me he couldn't do it on the other night on Hoffcast for some reason. So, Courtney says, my friends had a band called the Pinkerton Thugs. Weezer had an album called Pinkerton as well.
I think Pete told me about that band. Mr. Pete of the
They hang out a lot.
Book.
Yeah, that's how I found out about you, man. Yeah.
Very good, very good.
Then also just want to say hi to the Ravens Outpost. How you doing, Lee? I'm actually going to be on his show Saturday night at 8 p.m. So check out his channel. I'm going to be on there if all goes well. So he invited me over for that one. I'm very excited for that, and I wanted to thank him again for the invite. All right, guys.
Now that we got the formalities all over.
Yeah. Now what?
How do you do?
That was wonderful.
The weather was good today, huh?
15-minute intro, and he's like, okay, guys, and now Joe Biden.
The show.
Holy shit.
So no. So I mean,
don't build us up like that. We're just here to have a conversation about a bunch of random stuff. Like, we don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen.
Let's start first. Let's get this one out of the way. Let's just get it out of the way. The Will Smith slap, real or fake?
Oh, fake.
Yeah, it was a staged pro wrestling shit type event.
I kind of agree. But
Right,
I also think Jade is a witch. And she put some kind of hex on him to do it. But I don't know.
A hex on him to do that? That's the thing that she chose?
I don't know, man. She's a weird lady.
You can hex to do anything, and you're like, ooh, I know
Slap
what
Chris Rock hex. Initiate. She can just control him, is what I'm saying. Like, maybe she can control him.
Oh, that would be wild. She's got some type of nanites inside him. She's like, I am Will Smith.
Like, he couldn't control himself. Like, he just walked up there. He's like, well, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Oh, shit, I'm slapping Chris Rock. Ah. And then he looks at Jada and he's like, oh, yeah, I'm under a hex. I forgot.
It seemed like an improv
She's a witch
event. It was an impromptu, just, all right, you're going to do, I think Will got, like, put aside. You're going to do this, and you're going to sabotage your career. Maybe he's about to go off the deep end. Who the fuck knows? Pull a fucking, who was the fucking other one? Jim Carrey.
For a while. Jim Carrey.
He's going to pull a Jim Carrey.
Yeah, Jim Carrey.
Well, Jim Carrey's back to normal now. He turned normal and then retired. I was like, well, that makes sense, I guess, because you don't have to be crazy Jim Carrey if you're retired.
He must have been on some drugs there or something for a while. I don't know. His girlfriend or something died there, right? That one time. Don't you remember that? Didn't like one of his girlfriends die like a few years back? Idea. That's kind of when he started getting crazy. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought he was crazy way before. I thought he went crazy when he made the number 23.
I don't think I've ever seen that movie. If I did see it,
I haven't seen it.
Oh,
give us the rundown of it. Give us some spoilers. Just give us spoilers.
Okay, so quick spoilers is
old movie. I don't care.
Yeah, it's an old movie.
He reveals his own mystery. Like he gets released.
He's a writer, right, or something like that.
Something like that. Right. So then the number keeps popping up. So he gets released from right at the beginning of the movie. He gets released from a mental institution and goes back into normal society per se, and then ends up finding the mystery that he left for himself when he went crazy to be put into the mental institution in the first place. Like he went into the same house where he was from, and he was like, what's going on here? And then he had like written all over the walls and didn't know it because they were all what I want to say, wallpapered. So he started ripping that shit off. He's like, what the fuck was going on here? He didn't know that it was himself the entire time.
I have seen that movie. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I must have just been I don't know, maybe tired, I guess. It was a long time ago. But yeah, here's what I was talking about with Jim Carrey's
death.
Like she died. She was way younger than him, you know.
What drug did she OD on?
Right, that's the question.
What substances were involved here, huh?
I mean, it's like, what did you ingest, or what Kennedy did you drive down the road with?
It doesn't look like it was. It says in this particular article. Let's see if we can find out.
How Jim Carrey's girlfriend died.
Mental disorders, nihilistic beliefs. What? Physical disorders and substance use disorders are risk factor. What? Okay, no, I'm just reading from suit. Never mind. I didn't read the right thing. It says she killed herself. Is what that it's saying? That was from that, I guess. This one says inside the controversy. Let's read.
You'll like psychological thrillers. You'll like the number 23.
I've wanted to see it. I mean, I did see it, but I've wanted to see it again when I guess I have a clearer mind.
For sure.
But I do remember that part where he's pulling off the freaking wall. I do remember that scene for some reason. So,
yeah, it's a very visceral scene.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, there's crazy Carrey. With his fucking ridiculous.
He was talking about we're all made of. He was at the award saying we're all made of tetrahedrons and shit.
I mean, aren't we though? We don't.
I mean, he's not wrong, but it's just a weird thing to say at an award ceremony.
When does he not say weird stuff? What is up, Wookiee supremacy?
Yeah, Wookiee, what's up, bro? How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining.
Did I miss the enlightened Mank?
Oh, I did as well. I was reading that article, and yeah, I'm sorry to miss you there. How you doing? This chat goes quick sometimes. I apologize, bosses. Thank you all for being here tonight. We appreciate you.
Even when it's going slow, it's going quick, especially when you're talking. Holy shit, man. Like, I've done a couple of streams where it was just me, so then I go on a, 5-10 minute tangent, and I was like, okay, where was I at in the chat? And then I started scrolling up. I was like, no, I've scrolled too far. We're going to have to jump forward, guys.
I do a lot of articles, and like then I'll go on a rant for freaking 10 minutes, and then I'll look back, and most of the comments are from an article I did like 2 articles ago, and I'm like, I gotta try to reroute my mind here and figure out where these comments are directed to.
Right.
So it doesn't seems like.
But I do appreciate every comment, so thank you, bosses.
What was that, Jake?
Seems like it was an indistinguishable substance or an unidentifiable substance that they just won't tell the public.
Of course,
Otherwise.
of course.
So what the fuck? So maybe
A couple of Cosby pills.
So much mystery surrounding a lot of the deaths of celebrities. It's crazy.
All the time. Some barbiturates or some shit.
Are there mysteries surrounding it, or does it just seem like a mystery because they're a celebrity and like mysterious stuff happens to regular people all the time, and we don't care about that, do we?
I mean, most of the time, like most of the people I've known who died, I've known the reason for it. You know, it's been like you know what they overdosed from. You know, it's like heroin or something like that. They tell you.
Oh, I get what you're saying. You know,
like, but a lot of
times to tarnish the legacy.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want to tell you like exactly what it was. You know, they also maybe they don't want to influence people or something like. I don't know, but you don't often get to hear exactly like when Taylor Hawkins passed away. They said he had 10 different kind of substances in him. They just said numerous opioids and antidepressants, but they didn't really name exactly what it was.
Like he made it to double digits. I'm impressed.
What's up?
He made it to double digits. 10 substances. That's impressive.
Oh yeah, man. Like
I want to know what Keith Richards is just walking around at.
Ozzy Osbourne, you know, he was snorting fire ants back in the day. Yeah.
I snorted fire ants. I drank bats' blood. I don't need drugs.
I saw Ozzy Osbourne live once. Yeah. Oh, he was off the first like 3 songs, and then he.
No, you gotta let him get into the groove.
Yeah, great show though. He still performed. You know, still a great show.
Well, it's the Ozman. He's not gonna not perform, right? He's there.
The Ozman cometh.
That's what they say about Ozzy. They say Ozzy's immune to drinking alcohol. He can just drink infinite amounts of alcohol. So there's
like Andre the Giant.
Maybe he's just so fucking permafried that like whatever receptors are used for. I'm not a goddamn neurologist, but
are you sure?
Maybe.
So I can bullshit. He just killed them all off already, so you know.
Yeah, they're just fucking fried beyond repair. He probably took so much. I think if you take LSD, right, you can drink a lot of alcohol and it won't affect you. So maybe he took so much fucking acid, he's fucking permafried.
This is also true with shrooms, or so I've heard.
Well, if you take too many shrooms, you'll permanently fry your brain, and then you just become
like once you're on certain drugs, like he was saying, like alcohol doesn't really affect you anymore.
Yeah, when you start combining of substances is.
I wouldn't know any firsthand experience about anything like that.
That's when the party starts.
So, hey Barb, what's up? How you doing?
Crazy.
Glad to have you here tonight, Barb. Great boss there, wonderful lady. Lovely lady. Tell your son to get over here.
Is that a wrestling reference?
What?
Whenever I hear somebody say peeps, I think of Christian.
Oh, no, I know. I'm sorry. I didn't realize what I said. Oh, pepperonis. No, or she said pepperonis. Yeah. I think it's like pepperonis, but with your peeps. Like peeps. Yeah.
Right.
That's also the pizza reference. You guys want to get into? I can't even say that term, can I? Pizza, GATE.
Could get demonetized.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'll never be monetized. They never even give me money.
Wait a second. Okay, I remember talking about this at some point in the past. What is the Pizza Gat?
So basically, there's this pizza place called Comet Ping Pong. Let me look it up for you and show it to you. And this was supposed to be
a terrible name for a pizza joint. Continue.
But yeah, let me Google this for you. And apparently, this is like the front for the underground deep state pedophilia.
Right. This is
So-
apparently this all goes back to the Hillary Clinton email scandal.
This is in Washington,
Talk
D.C.
very
as well.
slow
Sorry,
and deliberately here.
Sorry, man. I was just saying this is actually in Washington. I forgot that. But yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
they use the term pizza in order to. This is how the theory goes, and all the emails that got unveiled, it was a code term. So when they say cheese pizza, they're referring to CP, otherwise known as. Can't say
Shut-
that.
Cerebral palsy.
Kid photos.
Right, kitty diddler
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
What the
Look at what
Das
yeah.
Kinder diddler.
And also, you know, they also used other terminology like hamburgers and hot dogs and stuff. You know, all those pictures coming out with Oprah and Tom Hanks with a black eye. I showed that on one of my videos back when that
Now-
blew up.
Hilarious.
And
The
the hot
thing
dogs
is-
and pizzas behind them and all this stuff. It's
The
wild.
the Hillary Gate email was legit, but then QAnon came along and they dropped a big fucking Duke in the punch bowl of credible information.
We were talking about this.
and
yes.
it just became a
Wow.
big psyop where it's like, no, this is just people shit posting on 4chan.
That's
and,
why I hate QAnon, man.
and the
Dude, they can go screw
alt-right
themselves.
fucked everything up. There's like a big fucking awakening thing happening, and then QAnon was the psyop that put people on the wrong track. And I have a lot of the articles I sent you get into how all this works with psyops and agents of disinformation. It's this thing that happens in news, media, entertainment, you fucking name it. All these people are agents just keeping the show fucking running. And yes, they do use the pizza symbology for. You'll see it come up here and there if you get really far into the fucking.
It
deep
happens
web.
all the time if you keep an eye out for it. And a lot of things like you see, I don't know if this has anything to do with it, with Brandon eating the pizza with them soldiers the other day in that video. I was showing that one. Like, even I don't know if that's probably just coincidence. Everyone eats pizza. I eat pizza. It doesn't mean I'm part of a Washington, D.C. I've never even been to Washington. But there, if you just look into these things, there is a lot of that symbology that keeps turning up over and over and over. And Wookie's Primacy also put hashtag frazzled. I don't even know if I can say that.
Right.
But you know what I'm talking about, Jake, right? The alleged video, Hillary Clinton.
I've heard of that too, and some very interesting things happen in the wake of the Trump presidency. This is like what? It's 2022. That was back in 2016. This is what, 6-year-old information. And the articles that I got, all the links that I sent you, this is like 20-year-old information. So it's outdated, but it's still right. We're not going to get the actual playbook, but we get a glimpse. We get the glimpse into the past of
outdated information is usually correct information.
Hey, he's not wrong there. Hey, he makes a point.
You don't change what happened in what 1942, 43. I don't remember what year they dropped the bomb.
I think that was 44.
Fucking 44, goddamn.
44.
Fucking Truman.
Hairy ass Truman.
Anyway, I didn't see this video that you were talking about.
Oh no! It's a myth. The alleged. It's an alleged.
I can get into that more.
Like allegedly, police and FBI people had seen this video of Hillary Clinton allegedly doing some sick things.
So this
to
is
underage people, and they threw up and quit their jobs. Alleged. That's how gross the video was. Alleged.
This is the information that got leaked to all the conservatives, like on the right wing. So this is a right-wing conspiracy theory, what we're discussing right now. And yeah, right, those videos haven't surfaced. So most likely what it was just a bullshit snuff film. And sometimes what gets left behind during these wipes of people's hard drives will just be a trail of disinformation. So the deep fake conspiracy is that these were actors that, they might have been petite and just look like kids, but no names and victims have actually been dropped. So the thing is, they probably faked it all And then those that did see it, like, I've seen the devil. This is, you know, you're in evangelical nutcase land right now. I've seen the devil, and he was with the Clintons. It's like your average fucking normie is not going to buy that shit. And when you get into fucking deep fake pornography, you can fucking plaster. Go, if you've never been to Mr.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Deepfakes,
That's what they do in the pornography. They plaster.
go to MrDeepfakes.com. It's got fucking Donald Trump's face with the fucking masquerade mask. You can go on there and fucking take your favorite Hollywood actress and put her fucking face on your goddamn porn star.
I was very scared when I found out about deep fakes because I'm like, oh shit, damn. We don't know what's going to happen with what's real and we're already questioning the media enough. Now we don't even know. Now Brandon's on a fake White House stage every time he goes on the one. He's not even in the White House.
They got speech synthesis. They can take your voice and fucking make an AI algorithm. You can type in words and it's your voice narrating it, and it sounds
should do that for
pretty
Biden.
fucking close. Oh, fuck.
But that's way clearer than what he's saying.
Can you imagine if they're like, Joe, we need you to say 20,000 different words, just one at a time. They don't have to make any sense. And you're just going to say them. They're going to record all of them. They'll be like, okay, this is a speech. Synthesize.
Oh, God. I saw, oh, fuck. There's a video on that website called fucking Greta Thunberg wins the Nobel Penis Prize from Joe Biden.
Holy fuck.
Oh, fuck, dude. It's fucked up. It's like, you know, you're getting into some fucking age play, fucking fucked up role play shit.
She's 18 now, so she's starting to get a little too old for Joe.
Right. Yeah, he needs to fucking train them while they're young. Train them while they're young.
Terrifying. It is terrifying.
Wookiee Supremacy says, I fell down that rabbit hole trying to find out what a panda party was. It's real, super difficult trying to wrap your head around, but it's real. Are you guys familiar with this?
I don't know.
I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Wookiee. I might be a little fuzzy on this, but it's a lot of like you see pictures of children with black eyes have been abused and stuff. These like really abused children, I believe is what it is.
I'm sure it rings a bell there somewhere.
Very happy subjects tonight here on Hoffcast.
It's fucked up shit.
I'm going to keep going. The Enlightened Mex says the film Knowing was 2009. The film Knowing showed a TV news clip of a Mexico oil spill through a scene of the film. In 2011, a real oil spill happened at Mexico, symbolizing the what is it? Is he saying 9/11 or 9/11? But
I'm guessing
that sounds pretty crazy.
9/11.
A little predictive programming happens all the time.
See, sometimes I don't know.
Well, that would have been 10 years after 9/11. That's why I was asking, because 2011 would be 10 years after 2001.
Okay.
Predictive programming is real, though. That's a real thing. You want to talk about that a little bit?
I mean, I don't know anything about predictive programming. I just know that we're stuck in the Matrix.
Oh.
So when the Matrix glitches and, you know, you have a little bit of deja vu or something like that, you're like, motherfucker, you're just using the same line of code over again.
So do you believe in simulation theory, PB?
Oh, 100%.
Ah, nice. That's kind of, I lean that way sometimes, man. Some days I'm kind of like, I believe in the simulation theory, even though I'm trying to be a religious man, or not religious, but like, I believe in a higher power. I'm not going to talk about that.
I don't think that those are, I don't think they're dissimilar. Like,
you think they go hand in hand?
Saying that there's a higher power and a creator doesn't mean that it's not a simulation. Like, we all understand that you create something on the computer that's simulation. You are God.
Well, that's, yeah, I guess so.
You created all of the beings and all of the things that they can do inside of it. You've set that up. So who set us up?
Dang, dude, you're kind of blowing my mind right now. I don't... You know, I was going to argue, but I can't. Okay, I kind of get what you're saying here. I was going to say, but you want to believe the God is not a malevolent God. You know what I mean? The God is all-knowing.
For sure.
You know?
For sure. I don't want him to be...
But I guess if you did program something, you would be all-knowing because you programmed all of it and you made it all. So you would know it all. Right?
Nothing that happened in the game. I mean, that's where you get into the adaptive AI, where that's what they're trying to create now, and that's going to lead to Skynet, and then we're screwed.
There's already a company named Skynet, I think, in China or somewhere. It's China.
Oh, it's so bad. I was like,
Hey,
now Elon Musk has the satellites up there. They're all 5G. Just download stuff directly into your brain.
Jake, what do you think about a simulation theory?
Trying to relate this to pop culture and whatnot.
Oh shit! I didn't do that at all.
Well, in the Matrix.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Let's see. I don't want to say that I'm unfamiliar with it because you could probably describe it. I guess we don't have to put a definition to it, but it's kind of what I was saying last night. The collective unconscious, right? And there's the NPCs, the conspiracy of the NPCs. There's some people that
non-player character.
Right. They are stuck in the Matrix and they basically don't have free will and will use this technology to do whatever they want. And my, at least cultural reference here would be the movie Avatar. That's a pretty old movie. So we can go. How old is that movie? At least a decade old.
I mean, it was like 2007, 2008.
Yeah. Sigourney Weaver. But in that movie, right, they have this kind of... They have this hippie trippy concept of that kind of psychedelic tree where everyone hooks into it.
Oh yeah.
So
in between the flying dragons. That's
part of the programming, I think, for the whole NPC conspiracy here. That whole movie. Now, at the time, I probably had longer hair and I was smoking a bunch of pot, doing mushrooms, and doing the whole psychonaut thing and getting into psychedelics, stupid teenage shenanigans. But that whole movie, Avatar, is a complete romanticized version of reality. It's a complete inversion. So those that are hooking into the tree, they're not connecting with nature. They're connecting into technology. So replace the roles of the humans in that movie with the whatever the fuck they're called, the indigenous blue skin people in
the Navi? Is that what they call something?
Yes, you're correct.
Oh, nice.
Right. You are correct. So those of us that are actually in touch with nature and are not in the fucking Matrix are the invaders. The whole roles in that movie are flipped around. And those that are the NPCs are the fucking humans, but they have the fucking tree. See what I'm getting at? It's all fucking backwards. Don't think too hard about it.
They wanted the unobtainium, is what it was called, right?
Yep.
That's okay. That movie, like, I enjoyed it when I was younger and stuff. I smoked some whatever and watched it as well. Yeah. But and whenever I heard that it was called unobtainium, I was like, you got to be freaking kidding me! What? It's unobtainable. Okay, I get it, but that's what you're gonna call the element is unobtainium.
It's rough, man. It's super rough. And then, yep, it's underneath the big sacred tree. So is this a brainwashing tree?
Seems so. You got to hook up into that thing. Jake Solly, whatever his name was, he had to...
I don't know if you're part of a hive mind. How dissimilar could you think from the other people that are in your hive mind? So if you got to hook up and be like, okay, software download for the week. Let's party at the tree.
Get to the tree.
Right. What does that do to your mind that you're like, oh, well, I got the direct influence of my entire fucking species. Into your brain. Not just you can go out there and possibly look at this, possibly read that, hear something over there, see something over here. No, boom. It's all in there. How could you possibly have massively dissimilar personality from everybody else that's collected in this hive mind?
You need to do like an analysis on that movie with all that you just said, man. That's deep stuff.
I think you got it. You're proving my point exactly. Yeah. That's the NPC conspiracy summed up.
No, it just came to me because of the way that Jake laid it out, and he's like, "No, it's backwards," and I was like, wait, it's backwards. So then I was just sitting here while he was talking, thinking about it, and that's what I came up with.
That's amazing. That's when you. But sorry, I'm gonna go. Inversion. Everything's inverted. Once you start realizing, you start flipping things around, then you start seeing the truth behind it. It's as easy as that because they try to invert a lot of things, or just hide a lot of things. But once you understand that a lot of things they're trying to make you believe the opposite of what you should believe, or gaslight you, or whatever you want to say, and you get that, and you can see beyond what they're trying to lie to you through, whether it's through movies, symbolism, mainstream media, news, whatever. Once you figure this out, it becomes so easy to see through the fog that you feel like you've been living in for a long time. And it's all plain as day once you get through the fog. You start seeing it easily. Am I right, Jake? Like you look at the symbolism enough, you start seeing like it's like another language you can read or something.
Oh, fuck, man. Ignorance is fucking bliss, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And you're like, oh, fuck. And then you notice everyone else is fucking trapped in it. And you're like, are you guys really fucking entertained by this fucking shit? Because this fucking sucks.
I mean, I probably am. I'm entertained by a lot.
Sometimes I'm easily amused.
I still watch movies and stuff, but I when I watch movies now, even if I'm entertained by them, I still notice things that I never noticed before. Once I started looking into this stuff, like it becomes kind of obvious, you know. Even in music videos, tons of music videos.
Do you have an example of something that you noticed in a movie before, or that you didn't notice in a movie before that you've noticed now? You're like, fucking A, man, I can't believe that was like that the whole time.
I mean, almost every movie I've ever watched, I can look at it and find, like, here's what happened. When you watch movies and you're NPC or whatever you want to call it, blue pilled, whatever you want to call it, you watch movies for entertainment, and you don't understand that they think that and I was that way for years. I just started waking up with this. I'm still learning about this stuff, but you don't realize when you're like that every single movie, almost every single movie, at least every single blockbuster movie that's ever happened, you know, like a multi-million-dollar movie, has an agenda behind it. It's trying to convey something or sell you something or change society in some way, or rewrite history, like say like Titanic or something like that, you know, because if you didn't know, there were two Titanics. A lot of people don't know that, but so they're trying to use this to rewrite history. I was having a conversation with Shane, who was in the chat earlier today, because we work together, and he I can't remember exactly which one we were talking about. Oh, the Elton John movie. There's an Elton John movie called Rocket Man. And, you know, you got that, and then you got The Dirt with Motley Crue. You had Bohemian Rhapsody, I think was what it was called, whatever it's called, with the Freddie Mercury movie. Now you got Pam and Tommy on Hulu. I'm not watching any of these. You know why? These are scripted shows. I couldn't imagine being Pam Anderson or Tom Lee watching the show being like, that's not how that freaking happened. What are they talking about? They're making like, are they at least getting paid for it? But like, Freddie Mercury's dead, so you can't, you know, he can't even defend himself if they portrayed him the wrong way in those movies. I'm not going to support that. I'd much rather watch a documentary or have people with interviews, like real interviews and footage, real clips like VH1 Behind the Music or something like that. Because these movies that convey these things, you can even do it to, like Shane said, like Blow with Johnny Depp or The Wolf of Wall Street with Leonardo DiCaprio. But he said in those cases, at least those actors went to who they were trying to portray, and they had conversations with him, got to know him, and got some of the stories. So at least it was maybe slightly legitimate. But I don't know how legitimate these shows are, these movies, or who's making the buck off of them. But I don't watch them because I don't want to get the wrong idea of how the past happened from something made from Hollywood. I just don't. I want to know how the past really happened. I don't want to get their false view of it, because they weren't there when these conversations happened. They can write them however they want, you know.
So what you're saying
go
is,
fuck yourself.
Oh, it's funny that you brought that up. That's what my mother asked me to go to church with her last week, and that's what the pastor was bringing up to make for his lesson during the sermon. He's like, "Do you remember what happened on whatever fucking date it was, 1970, April something? Maybe it was April 11th. I don't remember exactly what fucking day it was." And nobody in the church remembered. They were like, "Oh, I have no idea." He puts it up. He's like, "Oh, they had one of the clearest launches ever." And he's like, "Do you know what happened then?" I was like, "Yeah, Tom Hanks didn't get to go to the moon."
See? You know? So you remember Tom Hanks? Evil bastard. More than you don't even know the real astronauts' names from that movie. I don't.
Jim Lovell.
Okay,
that's one of my favorite movies. Is Apollo 13. I love that fucking movie. Seen it more times than you probably want to know.
It's a good movie. But fuck everything it represents and fuck Tom Hanks. You know,
right? Like watching a completely fictional, like when they add the based on true events. I was like, okay, so like what you're telling me is Apollo 13 existed. Apollo 13 didn't land on the moon. Everything else you're making up for the movie? Because I have no idea at that point. Like, I can look at history and just be like, okay, it took off on this day. Yep, you got that right in the movie. It went around on the moon on this day. Yep, got that right in the movie. But the rest of the fucking bullshit, they ain't got that kind of stuff out there.
Exactly. That's exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, they could rewrite that and make it however they want. Make it like just a completely false narrative of what happened. It's what they do. It's not that they could. It's what they actually do. And I don't want to see that because I don't warp my mind.
Right.
With
the war movies, the stolen valor in the war movies, the dramatizations.
Yeah, like 1917. Yeah. That was the one that everybody was heralding recently. They were like, right. Oh, that was one of the most realistic war movies ever. I was like, okay, so maybe it looked realistic, sure. Because I've seen some war reels, so I can know what it kind of looks like a little. But to know that this is what's going on with individual characters on a beach like that, how the fuck would you know? It's from 100 years ago.
They're all dead. Stuff down with gunfire coming out. Bam, bam, bam. Oh,
right. Like that's
boom, boom.
That's one advantage.
Oh, he said, "Oh, my leg." Oh, let me write that down. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, okay. He said, we'll get a tourniquet. Okay, let me write that down. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, you know, and then it blows up your paper. It never happened. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That is more than okay. That's why I see the show.
So I guess the question would be, where do you think entertainment's going? Because I see I was talking about this earlier, people want more interaction with the film. And this is why the woke crowd is so pissed off, because you'll see the breaking of the fourth wall. You get directly addressed by the hero in the movie. And some of these people, right, I think they kind of want this interaction with both the amusement parks that are put into place that kind of reinforce the actual ritualism with these movies. It's what these people are after, is the ritualism. Because they can hide what they're going to do in plain sight. That's the lesser magic. But once you get the family to go to the actual park and see the things in person, it just became a ritual. That became greater magic. So I think people are getting to the point they want to interact.
It's a magical place.
Virtual reality and augmented reality are going to get integrated with some of these movies, and also at the amusement parks. That's what I think. Any thoughts?
So, I mean, what you're saying with breaking the fourth wall and having people, they want people to be more engaged with the brainwashing that they're being put into, is what you're saying. Like, they want them to get even deeper into it, that they're not just watching them on the screen. They want them to get them like so involved with it that the actual reality is removed, and all.
Right.
You know, they immerse themselves in this world that's not real. That's fiction.
I'm sure
they don't see the real world. Yeah.
We've all gone and seen a fucking Bruce Willis movie or some fucking action movie, and by the end of the movie, you walk out of that movie theater like, oh fuck yeah, you're fucking pumped up. Like, I wish someone would fuck with me right now because I kicked their fucking ass. That movie was fucking awesome. So take that feeling, but with like a fucking whiny, bitchy ass fucking social justice warrior fucking like, well, we gotta go save the world now. Let's fucking burn Wendy's. I don't know.
I can't. And PB, you can speak on this here as soon as I say this.
Are you sure? Oh, now you've set me up for failure.
No, because this is why I had you on. Because you're an expert in these things.
Set up. Oh, an expert. Oh God.
Yeah.
Talk me up too. Jesus.
I used to be huge into the Marvel movies. I used to go watch everyone. I'd get I'd pre-order the tickets. I'd be there. I couldn't wait. I love the Marvel movies, pretty much all the way up to like Endgame, and then I started getting way deeper into this conspiracy stuff, and then the movies kept sucking. We all know Brie Larson took over as Captain Marvel, right, BB? And I haven't really.
Sure, her YouTube channel is better than her Captain Marvel acting job.
But I was gonna say, like, I think the only Marvel movie I've seen since Endgame is the new Spider-Man movie, and the only show that I've seen, is I watched the first episode of Moon Knight because I'm actually a Moon Knight fan. Like, that was actually one of my favorite characters way before it was ever talked about, like years ago. I didn't really like the show that much. It was all right. Maybe I haven't seen any of the other episodes, but
trying to tell us something. You like the guy in the white cloak?
Don't do that to me.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. That's why you had me out here, isn't it?
Well, I mean, not to call me an ist. That's not why I had you on.
No, it's just
a good joke.
It's just an joke.
For sure, I took it. So I mean, are you keeping up with a lot of these? Have you seen all the movies?
Oh, I've completely kept them. 100%.
Is it worse? Is it any better?
Dude, they did a sex scene, for the love of God.
In which one? Hold on.
In the Eternals, they have two of the Eternals like fucking on a beach.
Is it a gay? Is it gay?
Like no, those aren't the gay ones.
I'm surprised.
The gay one is someplace else. There's a deaf one in there. I was like, what the fuck are you like? I don't understand anything about this because like the character's not supposed to be deaf, and then they're like, we're gonna.
Was it Angelina Jolie?
No, Angelina Jolie goes batshit crazy.
Oh, okay.
Like literally loses her mind because the Eternals are just characters that the gods, or the Celestials, that's what they call them. I knew there was a word for it. Use to, I don't know, do their bidding throughout the galaxy.
I heard the movie sucked. I heard it was bad.
I don't know if I can go to bad.
I still go to Walmart, and these are the only action figures still on the shelf. Are the Eternals? They got tons of them.
Like I don't know if I could go bad, but it was not a good movie. Like it wasn't. I don't know if I could say bad, but it definitely wasn't good. So split the difference between not bad and not good. That's where I would put that one.
Well, PB, just give what would you say your favorite movie is? Well, give us that. Could you say your favorite movie?
I mean, my favorite movie off the top of my head, it always seems to go between two, which are not the same at all. The Dark Knight and Cool Runnings.
Wow, that came out of nowhere. Well, Cool Runnings. Okay, both good. I just wanted to see the spectrum we're on. So we get where you're coming from with the way your opinions on movies are. So first of all, Dark Knight, yeah, I agree. Great freaking movie. I put it in my top 7 or something like that, probably. But
7.
I don't know. I don't know how specific. I haven't thought about it. But Cool Runnings is that just like one of your favorite movies? Like this?
I watched it so much when I was a kid or whatever, and then I've rewatched it several times as an adult, and I was like, this is still fucking hilarious. Jamaica, we have a bobsled team.
Jake, what's your favorite movie, man?
Well, you guys mentioned one earlier. I've watched fucking Apollo 13. I used to fucking
you're talking about
love fucking rocket ships and shit growing up. Who doesn't want to be a fucking astronaut? Fuck yeah. So that's at least one of them. I like cult classic movies, like fucking older Quentin Tarantino movies before he started doing the whole fucking pandering and history revisionism shit in his fucking more recent films. We were talking about that. Yeah, and what's the most recent one? The Hollywood one.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
There you have it. Thank you.
I didn't even see that. I didn't see it.
I like Pulp Fiction. I like movies like the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And like shock value. I like shock value and I like dark humor. The movie Dogma.
Ooh,
that's a good one. That's one of my favorites. Those are movies. It's like music with me. When I find something I like, I listen to it religiously. And same thing with my films. I watch the same fucking shit over and over. If it's good and I can find something new in it every time. Now, some might say that's a symptom of someone on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Don't watch it literally religiously, but you know what I mean. On a blue moon, hey, maybe I'll watch a fucking.
I used to watch
old
Jerry
movie.
Springer religiously, so don't feel bad.
Religiously, you're like, oh,
I got on a hook there. Like I was working nights, so I had the days open. I'd be getting ready for work, and Jerry Springer would be on, and I'd be like, let's watch some Jerry Springer. Some Steve Wilkos. Got a little bit of that before I had to leave, but
yeah,
Maury Povich. I got into all that for a little bit. Just it was a terrible time in my life. It was depressing.
No, I feel like everybody falls into that trap nowadays, because I was in that for a little while where I was like, oh, I gotta see Maury, and then I was like, okay, now I gotta go high class. We're gonna watch some Montel.
Montel's
a Marine, right? He's a Marine veteran.
He was something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I know. Yeah,
I don't think he's ever spoken at length about it, but.
That means he did some nasty stuff, probably.
Right. The veterans that don't talk about their experiences are probably the more badass ones, from my experiences.
Exactly. Like, my sister talks about hers all the time, but she was a photographer. She took some nice pictures, but she didn't see no real action.
Right.
And she was in it right after 9/11, and she's like, okay, we've left America, and I'm not going to be able to message you for a while because, we're hauling ass through the ocean. I can't tell you where we are. I was like, oh, well, that's exciting stuff. And she's like, yep. Now we've made it to Australia. Like, they can see the boat, so I can tell you where I am. They went all the way the fuck over there. Yeah, so she went all around the world at least once.
Well, that's pretty interesting, man. That's like...
I would like to go around the world at least once, wouldn't you?
I would like to go around the world only if it was vertically, because no one's ever done that, ever.
Okay, so you want to, get in a plane and just fly pole to pole to pole?
Yeah, exactly. Because no one's ever done it.
I mean, you could definitely do it nowadays with the way that you can refuel planes in the air.
I was kind of making a reference to this.
Oh. Is flat Earth a psyop? And could the Earth be the concave Earth, a.k.a. the cell Earth, or the cosmic egg theory?
It is weird that no one's ever flown around the Earth that way. It's weird.
No, how could it be the cell Earth? I watched Dragon Ball Z, and they defeated Cell. So. Yeah, these are my terrible pop culture jokes. You're welcome, everybody.
That's why I had you on, not to call me in this, to make pop culture jokes.
Oh, those. Okay. So he did want the jokes. Just no Hoffcast.
Just not against me. Just don't tell jokes against me. I'm the host here. All right, don't you dare.
Is the flat Earth a psyop? Yeah, it's a psyop. Flat Earth's a psyop.
Okay, it's a psyop.
They got your ass.
Like, is it just supposed to make people question other people's sanity? Because anybody that I've ever seen be a legitimate flat earther, okay, I had a moment there in.
I have some. Hey, before you go, don't be nice. I got some good friends who watch Hoffcast that are hardcore flat earthers. So be nice, okay? I try to keep an open mind around here. I don't.
I try to keep an open mind, but
I don't know. So I like to hear all sides, all opinions.
I've watched way too many things that I seen. I don't know, 2-3 videos, and the one that I remember explicitly was some kid holding an orange, trying to explain why there's a flood in Houston, and he's like, check this out, and he takes a pitcher of water and he pours it over the orange, and all of the water falls off of the orange. He's like, check this out, and he grabs a dinner plate and he puts the water on the dinner plate. He's like, boom, flat Earth. And I was like, so none of these people are being serious.
Point
The hell?
proven. There you go. That's all you need to know. Case closed.
So
I don't know, like
great many
I've seen that video.
evangelicals on the flat Earth bandwagon, but as far as I know, it's a psyop because it was in the Illuminati card game and among other things. You hear it pop up.
What operation is it carrying out, though?
I think
Basically, like, if you want to go real
people-
deep, basically, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jake.
what operation? Well, people have credible, good information, but then there's always that turd in the punch bowl, and sometimes the flat Earth is the turd in the punch bowl. They'll be saying a lot of good shit, and then bam, it's like, oh, I'm also a flat earther. Now, I think the hollow Earth theory is kind of more up my alley, because you have different types of satellites. If you know about radio, you got geosynchronous orbit and geostationary orbit. There are satellites that go pole to pole with their orbit. Now, as far as why don't planes go and do the polar circumnavigation thing, I think there's forbidden airspace over the poles for whatever reason. Why? Hidden military bases, maybe in Greenland, maybe in Antarctica. We don't know. It's classified. But
that's what makes it so interesting and so mysterious. That's why people question it. That's why. You just said it. It's like, what is it? What are they hiding? You know, what's out there? Why why can't we go?
Right. The flat earthers they're on the right track. They're asking the right questions because they're curious. Like, why can't we go to Antarctica? So it's like, yeah, we can't. That's fucking off limits. So they are asking the right questions, but it's a psyop because it discredits them.
I think it goes so much farther than that. Like, something I like about it, like I said, I don't really believe one way or another unless I were to get into a spaceship. I've said this before. Unless I got into a spaceship and went up far enough to see what it really was with my own eyes, I really couldn't tell you. For all I know, we live in a damn realm. It's just like a world, you know, or a simulation, as we were talking about earlier, something like that. But the idea, like, I'm big into UFOs and stuff. Obviously, I wear the UFO shirt, the UFO logo. I show UFOs all the time on my channel, and just the idea that, like, I used to think UFOs might come from space, but the more I thought about it, I thought that they might be more interdimensional, coming from a different realm or something, or a different universe. But the flat Earth theory is interesting because they say some people think in the flat Earth community that, like, Antarctica surrounds, obviously, the dinner plate, as we were talking about earlier, but that's not the edge of the world. There's far more out there. Like, possibly we're not allowed to go past Antarctica or past the edge of the dinner plate because they don't want us to see what's out there. They want to keep us contained and controlled in this area. If we were to get out there, we'd see the truth and know. And that's maybe possibly where some of these UFOs or extraterrestrial beings are coming from. So, I mean, like I said, I'm not saying I believe any of this. I'm saying it's interesting stuff to consider or whatever. You know?
I don't want to leave the safety of the fishbowl.
Well, they have UFOs out there. They got flying saucers on the other side of it, so that's pretty cool.
Right, but that's terrifying.
My saucers don't fly. I gotta wash them after I eat off them.
They fall. Like, have you ever seen an RV driving down the road? Rough.
And that was one of the subjects. Yeah, Lee, we're going to talk about some of the stuff, the UFOs and whatnot. Done a little bit of research into the cryptids lately. Hopefully I can try to hold my game a little bit because I'm not an expert on cryptids. What do you think about cryptids, Jake? You know, like Bigfoot?
Well, until I've ever seen something personally, then I don't know. I used to be a big fan of the channel Brenton Sawin. Pete and the Creepy Little Book can tell you a lot more about cryptids. But that's what got me interested in his channel was the video on the Richard Shaver mystery.
Who is Richard Shaver?
Oh, I can give you a really brief rundown if you've never heard of it.
Not that I recall.
Okay, Richard Shaver was a pulp fiction comic writer.
Okay.
In like the 1920s or 30s, he was working at a welding factory as a welder. His welder gun malfunctions and he starts hearing voices. So the guy's on the brink of a schizophrenic meltdown, and he quits his job because he's freaking the fuck out. He's hearing voices in his head, and he goes missing.
Excuse me.
Sometime after
Bless
World
you.
War II, he reemerges, and it turns out, in actuality, he was in a psych ward. Also a member of the Communist Party. A lot of people don't know that about him. But during his time of vagrancy, he claims he was visited by, it's a fucking weird story, a hologram from the inner earth. And he believes that there's creatures that possess this alien technology in the inner earth. So the Richard Shaver mystery is kind of the forefront of science fiction. And pretty much that's where the UFO phenomenon comes from, is the Shaver mystery.
I find Hollow Earth very, very like intriguing because like there've been like what they call like unidentified submerged objects, USOs or something that seem to come out of the ocean. We don't know what's in the ocean. We've only discovered like 1%, they say. It goes real deep down there. James Cameron trying to figure it out, but I don't know last time he went down. But like the Hollow Earth, like I asked Pete from Creepy Little Book about this when he was on my show. Like if he saw the King Kong movie. You saw the King Kong movie, right, PB? And they did the Hollow Earth there.
Oh, the Skull Island?
No,
No. Oh, yeah,
Godzilla.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, when he goes into the Hollow Earth and then he gets his
Yeah.
frickin' axe on the whatever throne or whatever.
Did you see that, Jake? Did you see that movie?
I've seen the older fucking King Kong. I'm not really too
the
hip
new
on my
Godzilla
movies.
versus King Kong. They did Hollow Earth in the movie, dude.
Oh no shit! I only saw the one with fucking Jack Black's ass. I haven't seen the more recent one. It's fucking nuts though.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought that was
the
so
way
wild.
the way they set it up was pretty intriguing. Like I was like, okay, plausible. I can get on board with that. Like the Earth is a big thing, man. Like if the outside is as big as it is, and then it's hollow on the inside, it's still massive.
But we've been told that the inside is like the center is just all lava. That's what I was taught in school. And then there was outer crusts and layers and whatnot. And then all the lava from the center came out through the volcanoes. I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, the way I was taught was inner core, outer core, mantle, crust.
I think if we want to find out if the Earth is hollow, we should build. I think NASA should build a giant fist and try to knock on it from space and see if it rings in the middle. Boom, boom. See,
just like the moon did.
Yeah, and we could knock on it. We could knock on it. I guess we could knock on Russia, and that way everyone will be happy. I guess.
Yeah, just what is it over there? What's the fucking place? Oh, no, I've ruined my joke. Anyway, the Tunguska. Yeah, you can blow up Tunguska again. They ain't got nothing there. It's fine.
We'll just knock on Chernobyl. Nobody lives there anymore. But just see if we go. If you build a giant. You ever seen Spaceballs where they build the giant maid with the sweep?
Of course, I've seen Spaceballs.
And
come on.
They need to build a giant fist like that. That just
She's
knocks.
gone from suck to blow.
I can recite that whole movie. I've seen that movie. That's one of the movies I could recite probably start to finish. One of my favorites. So good. I've probably seen that more than Star Wars.
It might be like I could debate this. The best Star Wars movie. Like it's either that or Empire Strikes Back. So it's like, do you want to?
Empire Strikes Back is actually my favorite movie of all time. That's my favorite movie ever. Is Empire Strikes Back. I love that.
Okay.
I also love Ghostbusters a lot as well.
I feel like I'm malleable because I've said Empire Strikes Back before for my favorite movie. Well, like I've been in a Batman mood since I ever saw the Batman or the new one that just came out. Which, I mean, you don't have to waste your time.
It's not good.
I mean, it's not bad. It's just super disappointing for what I was expecting to see in Batman. Like it's at its best when he's literally punching people on the screen. Like when they're going through all of the choreography to have him, beat the ever-living shit out of all of these gangsters and henchmen and whatever the fuck else. Like, that's when it's at its best. But then everybody's talking about, oh, he actually does detective work in this movie. I was like, no, he fucking doesn't. He loses at every fucking level. It's like, no. Okay, so like, you've seen The Dark Knight, right?
Yeah, I'd love that movie.
Exactly. So if you equate The Dark Knight to the new The Batman from Matt Reeves, both Rachel and Two-Face would have died no contest. That's how good Batman is. Like, they were half a step away from saving both. They saved one, like Harvey Dent didn't die.
Rachel!
Exactly.
That's my Two-Face impression.
That's pretty good. That's better than I could do.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying to be an actor. I'm trying to get into the Illuminati, you know.
Oh, are you gonna be one of the people that once you get in, you're letting the secrets out?
No, I'm not. I can't sell my soul. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't do it. I would never join.
Because I always thought about that, like being a magician, and then you see the magician that reveals all the secrets, and I was like, yeah, take your mask off, motherfucker.
Oh no, they kill people who do that. That's why you see so many celebrities dying nowadays.
Oh,
allegedly
they've been revealing tricks. Or they're
yeah,
in the
they don't want people talking. Am I right, Jake? They don't want anyone coming out with you who disagrees with the narrative.
I don't think they don't call them stars for nothing, right?
I
thought shooting stars, a falling star. Make a wish.
I thought if you didn't want people talking, you just had to make a joke about alopecia. That's what I thought, but I could be wrong. It wouldn't be a first.
Raven's Outpost says most people will accept ignorance over knowledge that will tip their world upside down. Yeah, it's true. A lot of people just want to be told what to think rather than try to think themselves. That's why there are so many people coming out there in the last year or so during all the COVID stuff saying, don't do research. They say doing your own research. That's racist. Don't do your own research on any of this stuff. No, you are a terrible person.
No, I thought...
Hey, listen to Fauci. Listen to the science.
You gotta listen to Fauci. Listen to the Fauci.
Dr. Fauci, I want to tell you, you got to go out there. You got to get your booster shot. You got to make sure you wash your hands. We haven't heard from that guy in a while. What happened?
Oh no, you just aren't paying attention to that part anymore because you're like, holy fucking shit! Like you heard him, you just glazed over it.
Right. They started fucking the Ukraine crisis as diversion. The anti-jab mandates were in effect, and then what do we come up with? World War III story. There's a big smoke.
Spare everyone.
Poof. Forget about it. Never mind that man behind the curtain.
Exactly.
Which curtain and which man?
Oh, the one where they got the gloves on and they're giving you a prostate exam.
Oh,
probably that curtain.
Yeah, I stay away from that.
I'm gonna let you all man the show for a second. I'll be right back.
We're gonna man the show for a second. Oh my God, Jake!
I need an adult. I need an adult.
I need an adult. I need a guide. I need a guide. Somebody, please help. Anybody, please.
You got this. I got to take care of some business. All right.
What do you mean we got this? We got absolutely no control. It's just two random people having a conversation.
Take control. Do whatever you want. It's like when the teacher leaves in the classroom and the kids start throwing paper planes. Go for it.
What? So he remembers the fun that he had in class when he was in third grade. Throwing paper plane. That's what you did when, oh my God, when the teacher wasn't paying attention, like in art class, we blew up the kiln. We had we were making molds with X-Acto knives. So we had to carve the the wax before you put the mold around it. So you got to heat up the fucking blade with these like kerosene freaking candles or whatever with the wick on top. So we took an entire container of it and we just put it in the kiln and then turned the kiln on and then blew the door off. It was exciting stuff. The teacher turns around, freaks out. What the hell was that? And we all just look at each other like, I don't know what happened. I was busy lighting my table on fire because I just pour some of the alcohol or kerosene or whatever the hell it was that was in there. Just pour it on the table and light it on fire. Because why the fuck not, man? We're dicking around in class because the teacher's not paying attention. He's left. He had to take care of business. At least that's what he told me. It's terrifying. I mean, it's not as terrifying when you're on a channel where you can like control stuff. Because what's up, Bane Bear? He says, "What's up, Legends?" I don't know if Hoff said hello to him before he got here. Ravens Outpost. So if you can find NASA's 1967 satellite image of Antarctica. A 1967 satellite? Well, I mean, I'm going to go to Google and it's not going to show me, right? That's how that works, isn't it?
Yeah, you probably have to dig for it. You could probably find it, but it's not going to be the first thing to come up. It's probably out there, though.
What is do you know the significance of this photo or these photos?
I don't know myself personally. It probably shows.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Whoa, I'm back.
Point.
No, I tried googling that image when I saw that comment earlier. I don't know what the specific one I'm supposed to be looking at is the thing. There's a lot.
Okay.
I was gonna pull it up if I could tell right away. Like, there's some interesting photos, but I'm not sure the exact one. So, good question.
I feel like it's supposed to be, in the context of what we were talking about, I assume he's talking about the hole that's in Antarctica that lets you into the hollow earth. Which, what I don't understand, I was like, okay, so if
there's a hole, there's a hole.
Right, if you got hollow earth, how come it's only accessible at the poles?
You got the pole holes. That's what it is.
You know, when it comes
to
go
to the ends to get the pole holes, you know.
With the hollow earth theory, I think there's more than just one entrance. I think we have subterranean bases and shit like that. Fucking Denver International Airport. I'm sure they're probably all over the fucking place.
Bro, I find that stuff so interesting about the military bases all being maybe connected underground through a system or something like that.
They call them dumbs. Don't look into it. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just nuts. They call them deep underground military bases. You're just a dumbass. You're kook. You're a kook. It's like that. That's my religion. I'm a religion of kooks.
I'm kookish.
So I just want to know the truth.
I identify as kookish.
At least you're not kookist.
Don't stop. I'm trying to get canceled before I can. I want to get like big enough so I can get canceled one day. Don't cancel me before I can actually get canceled. All right, people.
Hoff is in no way associated with the comments made by Pop Culture PB.
I want to wait until my old Twitter comments come out one day.
I don't remember how the rest of the stupid bullshit, Zack Snyder. I'm not associated with these people. Stop the Asian hate. That's how it ends.
You remember when Zack Snyder? Speaking of PB, I wanted to kind of like take
Fuck
a quick
that motherfucker. Anyway,
quick. Yeah, I was gonna say a quick turn back. Me and you met each other. We've known each other because I said at the beginning of the stream, I don't think I clarified who was who. I've known PB for years now. I met Jake recently. Me and PB we met each other during the early days of the Fandom Menace. You know what I'm talking about?
Fandom Menace.
Is that still a thing, or is like I know I still watch Geeks and Gamers, but like I still know EVS and all that stuff, but like
I mean, Jeff still says it. Like, I haven't watched one of his videos in a while, but it's still like at the beginning, like, join the Fandom Menace, and I was like, I left the Fandom Menace.
I was in I was in the book that Steven wrote. He mentioned me in that book.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if I'm in the book. I have no idea.
You might be. I have it around here. I can check for you maybe after the show or something.
Oh my God, you got one.
You probably are. If I'm in it, you probably are.
What? No, I don't know. People recognize you more than they recognize me. I'm just a animated, disembodied voice.
Yeah, well, I mean, you do look just like your avatar, though. Yeah, Sans lightsaber. I don't know if you actually have one.
I mean, it's not that color. It has no diseases. It's true.
So
I had to double check when I got divorced because I was like, I don't know what she's been touching. So I went to the doctor and I was like, can you test me for every disease? And he's like, oh, why? Do you see something? I was like, yeah, She was in the fucking house, and I don't know what she touched.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, he says to me, if you don't see anything, we don't have to test you for the ones that you would see visibly. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I don't know how the blood tests work. I've never done it before.
Right.
And I came back clean, motherfuckers.
Nice. I was gonna say I don't remember the last time I was speechless on Hoffcast, but I did not know what to say right there.
What, that I have no STDs?
No, just the whole story. I was just like, what?
I've told the story.
It was a happy ending. It was a happy ending.
I mean, is it a happy ending? I didn't make it to the end yet. I feel like I'm still in the middle someplace. I'm still looking for that happy ending because the government keeps shutting down Asian massage parlors.
You beat me to it. Oh, you beat me to it. I was gonna do it if you didn't.
I was sitting here thinking as I was talking, don't run out of breath, because if you take a pause, he's gonna take this joke from you. So I had to keep trying to power through, and I made it.
Oh, you kept me at bay.
Halfway decent at that. This is a great show. I'm having a great time. Like, if you're having a great time, like, do all those YouTube things that'll make you come back here next time, because you'll enjoy it then too.
Yeah, I'm having a fun time tonight. Jake, smile. You smile, bud. Are you having a good time, Jake?
Oh, that's fun. I like interacting with I like listening to weirdos and crazies.
Hey,
I'm not one to shy away from the guy at the back of the bus that's kind of, he's taking a pull off his vodka. And I'm the type of person to talk to that guy. You never know. You never know.
So you're also an alcoholic?
No. Well, there's only two times that I drink, when I'm alone and when I'm with someone.
What the?
Oh. I only drink in days that end in Y.
Two types of scenarios. Those were good scenarios.
I don't drink that much.
No, I wouldn't.
I drink dirty water, man. It doesn't even, it's not even enough to get me a buzz half the time. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad.
I don't know what you mean by dirty water, because I thought that I did, but now I'm unsure. I thought you were talking about coffee.
I call light brew dirty water, because it's all it is. It's like water. And it doesn't really get you anywhere. It's just like kind of keeps you just a little bit, like, doesn't get you wasted or anything like that. It's just dirty water. It's just basically water. You know?
Right. It's not like getting strung out. You're just doing a bump.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh man, you're on fire tonight, baby. On fire.
Thank you. I mean, it most of the fire resides from sideburn to chin.
It's a beard joke, right?
Yeah, it's a beard joke because I'm a ginger.
That's a better joke to make than something about fire crotch.
Oh no! I'm like a calico cat, so I ain't gotta worry about that.
All right.
Like
Anyways,
every color. Let's get back to something.
I thought conspiracy theories were weird on my show. Let's get back to conspiracy theories.
Back to conspiracy theories. I mean, we were just on it because we were talking about either. Okay, so my question to both of you then: which is more plausible, hollow Earth or flat Earth?
I say hollow Earth. That's just me.
Okay.
I'm gonna say flat Earth. Sorry. I mean, I'm not going to debate it, but I'm going to say flat Earth is more like. But here, don't stop. What if both? Oh, what if both could be true?
I didn't say that they were mutually. That's true. They could both be true. I feel like I lean more towards the hollow Earth concept just because, like, I know how a basketball works.
So, hey, real quick here. Look at this. This is the picture that Lee
What the
sent me
actual
in the
fuck is
email,
that?
and that's the holes. That's the pole holes we're talking about.
That's supposed to, wait, is that supposed to be
That's supposed to be
Antarctica?
Antarctica right there, I guess.
Or where's the rest of it?
I also think it's weird that the Earth has a grid on it. Like I don't know how legit this is.
I don't know.
It's
man.
interesting.
That is like I don't even understand what I'm looking at exactly here.
A butthole, basically, the Earth's butthole.
The Earth's butthole. Oh god dang!
I used to think it was Portsmouth, Ohio, but I guess it's this. No one gets that reference, but Portsmouth's the worst place on earth.
Is it based off of something, or were you like there in real life?
No, I went to college there. It's a big drug crime town. It's terrible.
Wait. You said big into drugs?
Oh, Portsmouth, Ohio is like one of the worst places you could ever be on whatever you think this planet is.
So why would you say terrible then if it's like that's where you get your drugs at, man? Like don't deny people there.
I don't freak with the meth, dude. I don't mess, and that's what it was, man. The meth and the heroin and all that crap, dude. All the pills. It was all a bunch of pill heads out there. There's this guy out there who walked around Portsmouth, Ohio. He was a local legend. His name was Rich Moon. And he was back in the day, back in like the 70s or 80s, he was about to get arrested by some cops, and he had a bunch of drugs on him, like acid and LSD, the legend goes. And he just took them all at once so the cops wouldn't, get him for possession. And I've seen the guy many times, and the guy's crazy. He's a madman. But this guy would he looked homeless, just wandering around the town all the time. And if you went into a bar, there was a certain bar in Portsmouth that had a piano. This guy would go in there sometimes when he was really high on the crack, and he'd play piano like freaking Liberace, bro. True. That's true.
It was like he took so much drugs, he became a savant.
Exactly. Yes. No. He played piano before he took the drugs. But I think if he took enough again, he could get back to that level again.
And then he got magic diddling fingers.
You're trying to get me my strike back tonight, baby.
Oh, this isn't even close to the worst things that I've ever said on the internet. Not even. I mean, not terrible in the way that Zod, I don't usually directly threaten people.
Jake, what do you want to talk about for a little bit, man? You've been a little bit quiet for a minute.
Let me think here. You mentioned we were talking about drugs. We're on the topic of drugs here. Try to
wait.
Yeah, exactly.
We're only on the topic. That's the only thing. I thought that we're not on the drugs. We're not supposed to be on drugs.
Drugs are bad.
Okay,
bad, man.
I think now psychedelics are fine because you don't get addicted to them. The worst adverse effect from a psychedelic drug is you might have a life-altering experience. Like, oh fuck, it's like you have this profound revelation or some fucked up epiphany. So, oh fuck, I never want to do that again, man. I've had some bad fucking trips. I think there's some movies out there. Let's try to get us somewhere into we started with the propaganda. We got into conspiracy theories. Maybe let's get back into conspiracy theory land with tying it into entertainment. Some of these movies are a fucking bad trip. Okay, I'll take that back. I watched the movie 28 Days Later on acid. I thought it was fucking hilarious. It was fucking hilarious. I laughed my ass off.
Oh, well, I mean, the movie is moderately hilarious without the acid, so I can only imagine.
So I saw that movie at a drive-in once.
I don't know if I want to go. I don't want to go to a zombie movie at a drive-in. That doesn't feel safe.
You ever heard that story about the people were watching the movie Twister back in the day at a drive-in and a freaking
yeah,
all this 3D is insane. Holy shit!
I can feel the screen on my face. This is
like fucking the movie Malibu's Most Wanted, where he's like, "These special effects are the bomb, yo."
Oh yeah. Oh, that's
Jamie
a funny
Kennedy.
movie.
He's got the
Jamie Kennedy is
Uzis. It's like,
hilarious.
damn, these special effects is the bomb, man.
Oh.
Mr. Hugh, what's up? Thanks for joining tonight. Good to
What's
see
up,
you,
Mr.
Mr. Hugh.
Hugh?
He's a boss. He's a boss.
You remember the movie fucking Big Daddy with fucking
That's one of my
Adam
favorites.
Sandler?
Yeah.
One of my
And it's
favorites.
got what's
Put in
that
my top
fucking
38.
that weird motherfucker that's in that movie? Fucking He's got some weird fucking Italian name, fucking Steve Buscemi or some shit.
Yeah,
He's-
Steve
Steve
Buscemi.
Buscemi.
Awesome.
He makes a fucking little cameo in that movie.
He's
where
the
he's
homeless guy.
Yeah, and that's the whole fucking irony of that whole scene. Like I'm trying to replay that scene in my own.
He's talking
mind's
about
eye.
he did a lot of drugs and watched Fantasia. when
Right,
was
he
younger.
said he's like one day
Did a lot of shrooms. Yeah,
I did a lot of mushrooms and I watched Fantasia and things just fucking clicked for me, man.
I fucking hate Fantasia. I was like, this is the
Make-
worst Disney movie. What happened?
Make it a sausage McMuffin with hash brown.
Right, and that's the fucking they're trying to get to breakfast and it ends up they're already fucking late anyway. So what the fuck? And they just have like this seemingly pointless fucking dialogue with fucking Steve Buscemi or whatever the fuck that guy's name.
Yeah, dude. At the end of the movie, when we're in the court for the custody of the kid, and he's sitting there on the stand, Steve Buscemi, and he starts going on a rant about his dad breaking his arm, trying to get him into the military. He breaks his dad's arm.
Yeah.
And then he starts ranting, and Adam Sandler shows him the bag of McDonald's. He's like, "Oh yeah, Sonny should have his kid and be acquitted of all charges. If OJ can get away with murder, why can't Sonny have his kid?"
He just goes off on a complete fucking tangent. He's just completely like irrelevant, completely unrelated fucking comedic relief in that fucking movie. Where it's fucking
Lowry,
gold.
What's up, bro? It's a free for all tonight, man.
What's
That's
up?
what's happening here. We're talking about all kinds of conspiracy theory and movies, pop culture. We're going through all the good stuff tonight. We're having fun. I haven't
Like,
stopped laughing for a minute.
If there's something you want to talk about, throw a question in the chat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get the chat involved.
someone
Absolutely.
Someone brought up flat Earth earlier. We talked about that. I mean, we can definitely
Lowry's a flat earther.
go off course. Anything goes. Anything goes. I brought up fucking Fantasia because in that article I sent you, it talks about using that movie to brainwash people towards like the last 2/3 of that article. It's fucking weird ass shit.
I was. It's a big article, man, and I can
It's
share it on
huge.
here real quick. But I was scrolling through some of it. It's pretty. This is the one right here, right?
Yeah, it is a big article.
There's a
It's
lot.
a big one.
But there, like, even just like when you scroll through it and just catch a couple words and some sentences, you're like, holy crap. Like I could do like a 4-hour stream. We could do a 4-hour stream just going through this freaking thing easily, or like longer than like it's
What is
there's
this
so much
supposed
to
to
it.
be?
It's the documents. We got the documents.
We got the documents, yeah.
So one of the greatest deceptions of all time, Disney, the Disney bloodline skill of lying the art of deceit. Something that you brought up in a private message, Jake, was the idea of being of Walt Disney being frozen, his head being frozen. What do you think about that?
I'm trying. Let's see. The whole Walt Disney, when he died, got himself cryogenically frozen. That is a theory, but I don't know. We need to fact check that. Maybe that's just fucking bullshit. And the people that are looking into the Disney groomers, that might be the future QAnon bullshit post. Well, it's like, yeah, Disney got fucking cryogenically frozen. Then the normies are going to see that. Like, oh, it's just a fucking nut job fucking conspiracy theory. The information in this article is pretty fucking legit.
Dude, let's just read the first line here. The Illuminati have refined. Go ahead. I'm sorry, man.
You said the forbidden word.
Well, Illuminati.
I don't think it's that exclusive. I would just replace that word with like a cult or a coven.
I normally say illuminate. The Illuminate have refined the art of deception far beyond the common man has imagined. The very life and liberty of humanity requires the unmasking, strange term, of their deceptions. This is what this book is about. Honesty is a necessary ingredient for any society to function successfully. I agree with that statement. Deception has become a national pastime, starting with our business and political leaders and cascading down to grassroots. Wow, that makes the world sound really scary, does it not, boys? Ooh.
It gets deep. It gets deep. But I don't think the article gets good till like halfway through. It goes through a
I
lot
know I
of...
can't read that much, man.
Yeah, it goes through
I'm
a lot
gassy.
of Walt Disney's own biography and his own personal life and shit like that. So apparently Disney, I'm trying to sum it up because I already kind of skimmed through it. Walt Disney, during World War II, was an ambulance driver. And I think with whoever the fuck founded McDonald's, might have been fucking... The guy's name might have been fucking McDonald. I don't know.
No, I think it was Ray Crocker.
Okay. I think the two of them were kind of collaborating together. So the Disney and McDonald's interwoven buying. They get into how they buy up property and how it's just a big fucking corporate monopoly on entertainment. We don't have to get into the real nitty gritty because what I thought was interesting towards the middle of the article and towards the end, it talks about agents of disinformation. There's some good shit to be found in there. I don't know about, was Walt Disney cryogenically frozen? That just sounds like some fucking Austin Powers fucking...
Or Demolition Man. Lowry, would you guys be open to having a new contender on the show for a minute? My buddy Lowry.
Oh, well, why would we care? It's Hoffcast.
Well, you guys' names are in the marquee, but Lowry knows a lot about some things, and I think it would be a good discussion if he has a second to come on. I will send him the link. But Lowry's a good guy. I don't know if you've met him.
I don't see why not.
Well, that's cool. So Lowry, check your. Let me see here. Check your Instagram. I'll send you the invite to this because Lowry's very well spoken on these things. I'd love to have him on.
You say, whoa. Lowry is well seasoned.
Well, I said well spoken, but also I don't know. I guess he's seasoned.
No, that's a Lowry joke.
Ah, I get it. Yeah.
No, yours was good too. He's a little salty. I like that. That was good.
We're on the same page. Yeah.
We're on the exact same page. It's good. That's good.
The lovely Sherry. I've never seen you here. Welcome. I hope you're not a bot. Normally I don't.
No. Lovely Sherry is definitely not a bot.
Welcome, lovely Sherry.
I tried sending a tweet when we started doing the show, and then I just opened Twitter again, and then the tweet just went through, and I was like, thanks a lot for that, Twitter. So I'm guessing that's where she saw the link. On my Twitter.
Well, thank you. Thanks for doing that. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to have a community thing here. That's why I try to do with Hoffcast. Like, I like to do my solo show on Tuesday, but that's why I like having guests on other nights because I like, I'm being hypocritical right now, but I like talking to other people and hearing them. So I'm going to shut the hell up and let you guys go for a little bit, whatever you want to talk about.
Oh, we're waiting for Lowry to get here.
No, you don't have to wait. We can talk about whatever, but Lowry's probably going to talk about some flat Earth a little bit and Hollow Earth and whatnot because he knows.
Going back to that,
which I'm game for. Like I'm intrigued by a subject where there's such dichotomy in what people can believe because like there's a massive difference between the flat Earth and the not flat Earth, and it doesn't matter which flat Earth you're talking about. Whether it's the membrane or the fucking egg or the turtle's back, like I'm not an Oneida Indian, but they got turtles.
Turtles all the way down.
Right. So I'm not. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, Sherry, she's a PB groupie. Oh my god. Which means
I'm a PB groupie.
Which means I have one.
Step off a man.
I mean, groupies could be either sex, right? Either 67 of them?
Larry
that's
Larry
gender, not sex.
Larry said, I don't need to come on. Come on, Lowry. Come on, bro.
What do you mean
If
you
you don't
don't
have
need to
time,
come
that's
on?
fine. But come on, I sent you the invite. But you're welcome to come on.
Right,
man.
you were just
I love
popping
you,
in
buddy.
and you were saying stuff about the flat Earth. It's flat as fuck. Which I mean, when I walk forward, I find that hard to believe because I see a hill in front of me and I'm like, I'm supposed to believe this is flat. That's a mountain.
I don't think that's necessarily what. Lowry, check your Instagram. He says I don't have the link. I said check your Instagram. I sent the link to you there. If you want me to send it to you in email, I can do that as well.
I've requested Twitter, so he's very well versed in sending links.
I'm good at it. I'm trying to get real convenient with people nowadays, you know.
It's like figuring out. I don't even have all of them logged. The reason I asked you for Twitter, I was like, Twitter is open on my browser already, so if it shows up there, boom, I can just click on it. But if he sends it on anything else, I'll be like, fuck, man, I gotta log in on the computer. God damn it, I don't want to do that.
Larry, I sent it to your
awful.
email. I don't know how to do it to your phone. I don't know how to copy it from the computer to the phone.
Oh,
I guess I could like go to because I'm already logged into everything on here. I sent it to your Gmail. I sent it to your Instagram. So if you can get to any of those, like
can you
yeah,
get to literally any of your internet communication?
exactly. I've sent you two. I don't know how to get that link to the phone. You know, I do, but it would take me some time, and I'm live. There he is. He's here. He's here. He figured it out. He's here. Let's welcome Lowry, everybody. Let's welcome Lowry.
Man?
What's up?
I had to cut off my mullet today.
So hey, you look good, man.
Who do we have here? Jake, Carr, and PB. I don't think we've hung out.
Never.
Hold on.
Lowry hasn't been on in a minute, I don't think here, but
yeah, I cut off some hair. Let me get some of these background things off. I've got like 3 streams of you going at once, and I'm getting echoes. So I'm
nice.
just
I like that.
Right.
I took my clippers to the sides of my mullet today, so I'm feeling pretty fresh and tight myself.
Dude, I just like to let it grow all the way until I'm fucking done, and then I chop all the shit off. So I party like Hardee's. I let the fucking med flap come out, and then I just cut it off after like 3-4 months. This is what it is.
I do a slightly smaller party. It's like a Carl's Jr.
Yeah. I'm sorry I'm coming in late. I feel like an intruder here. I feel like I came in late.
Oh no!
Yeah,
sure, you got here late, but you're here for the subject.
So what are you guys
No, Lowry is always welcome on my show. He's one of the few that like he can stream bomb when he wants,
I stream bomb. I do a lot of stream bomb.
Yeah.
I do a lot of stream bombing. I'll just pop in on people's stuff and I'll say a few things and then I leave.
I'd say he's in the Hoff Illuminati.
Hoff Illuminati. Hey, I watched those chairs fucking fly down in your fucking yard. I think that qualifies as being, in your club. Was that there? That wasn't. Did you have that? Didn't that happen one night? And a bunch of chairs
dude.
fly
The
through your
winds
front
were
yard?
crazy, and I just happened to walk out and record it. It's on my channel. You can look at the video. And all these chairs. I just happened to walk out with my phone because I heard the wind was picking up. I was like, oh crap! When the trees are bending over.
Did you
and
see?
I go out there and,
Hoff, did you see all the graduations that happened in our little community today? Crumb is now on the Baby Truther. Alex Stein is hosting InfoWars. I'm not sure if that's a graduation or not.
That.
Who knows? I mean, we
I'm
still
thinking
don't.
about asking Alex Stein to be on my show. Seriously.
Yeah, I mean,
he doesn't reply,
he probably would.
Okay.
He probably would. We've known that cat since he was like little baby truther, and I'm still not sure what I think about Alex Jones, but I'm giving him about 50% benefit of the doubt because I just can't tell. The motherfucker, he's either
he's
fucking
a hard read.
He's either telling the truth or he's just fucking with you. So like, I'm just gonna go like this. I'm gonna be like, okay, if that's the way you're gonna be, then I'm not really gonna take you seriously, but I'm not gonna smash you. But just don't come up to me and like talk big fucking, truth talk in my face because I'm just gonna laugh because I think you're making a joke. Then that's what you got. That's what he set up for all of us. He's like, okay, well, you're a joker. You know, I'm pretty sure he's not Bill Hicks, although that was a funny one.
No, I know he's not. I have a buddy who would die on that hill that he's Bill Hicks, but he's not, because Bill Hicks was like 20 years older than him.
Yeah.
And there's pictures of Alex Jones when he was younger in the same days as Bill Hicks, so that it's not true at all. But
yeah, so you looked that deep into it. I looked into
because I wanted to prove my friend wrong.
I don't know what you guys are talking about, and I didn't mean to interrupt your thread or whatever.
No, man, you're perfect for this.
I talk flat Earth all the time, so like I don't necessarily need to talk about flat Earth. I'm comfortable with it. I already know what I want to, like what I would say about it. What the hell are you guys talking about tonight? Like, what the fuck subjects?
Carmen Aguilar, hello, welcome to Hoffcast. I don't think that's a new face around here. So welcome here.
I told you I sent a tweet.
But we're talking. I'm sorry. Go ahead, PB.
I told you I sent a tweet.
Ah, yeah, dude, your tweets are powerful.
What was the tweet?
I just said that I meant to send it at the beginning of the show, but apparently Twitter glitched. So I just said that I was live.
Yeah. No, we were talking about everything. Like, we're kind of mixing. So Lowry, let me get you up to date with my guests here. Jake he goes deep into conspiracies with the Illuminati and control of the world and everything like that. And PB, he's been doing a lot more with like the culture of surrounding. He knows a lot about movies and whatnot. So I think it's a good idea to have people who are experts in each talk to each other about this, like the Disney stuff, and the way the movies interact with the way they connect with our psyches and the way they influence our societies and everything. And that's kind of what we're talking about. But we did dip into the flat and hollow Earth stuff there for a little bit. So
yeah, I mean, I'm not.
Everything's fair game.
I'm not isolated with all that. Actually, the Disney stuff is interesting. It's all part of that color revolution. They're trying to turn all of us into freak shows. That's what they've always been doing. Walt Disney was part of fucking Werner von Braun's rocket program, their little cartoon rocket program. And they all just banged each other in the butt, and that's just what they did. And it's just like we are suffering the consequences of the waves of what they did all of those years. They just made up a space religion, put it on TV, and got everybody to believe in it. And there's so much, it's like they're sick fuckers. They're just sick. They're just sick people.
Hey, Jake and PB, do you guys believe in the moon landing? Because I personally do not. I think that's easily debunked. I think that's conspiracy 101.
Isn't there a mirror up there that you can reflect a laser off of?
That one was really funny to me because like they talked about that for years. It's just dumb. I mean, it's disqualified by the virtue of distance and math. If that's how far it actually is out there, it's just dumb. When you said mirror, I thought you were going to talk about the mirroring of the realm, which is like there's a really interesting one, which is the infrared mirroring of the realm map on the moon. Also as a light, which would like double down and be really functional if you wanted to make a place and like say, hey, here's where you live. Just look at the moon. You can figure out where everything's at. I don't know that much about it. I'm new to that topic. Outside of that though, like the moon isn't a solid object. You can see through it. We've seen stars through it. It ain't.
Don't you think that's weird? Like you see all the symbology of like so many like the necklaces and jewelry that have the half crescent moon with the star behind it, or like DreamWorks,
and also
DreamWorks logos.
Yeah, also
the whole kid sitting on the edge of the moon. Like
and they're putting it in your face. They're putting it in your face. They're like, this is they're saying, check it out. I mean, these people are they're fuckballs. They're absolutely, they don't like us. They don't like people who like truth. But they like to hang it in front of you and fuck with you because they have so much more than the rest of us.
There's also the theory that if you're into this evil stuff, the dark arts, that there's some kind of karma, there's some kind of code that you have to tell people what you're doing in order to like. It's like called. If you don't let them know, then it's not consensual. It's not like it's called. Agree.
No, he's right. It's called revelation of the method. It's a karmic thing that you have to do. You have to say what you're doing to your mortal enemy, so that you're karmically relieved when you kill them, essentially. And they do it all the time. It's on the nose. Every single bit of bullshit that comes out in media, there's a little nugget of truth in there, and we found it every time. And we've been looking at it for 15 years. That's as long as I've been doing it. Now, there's some people who do it longer than that. They put it right under your nose. They tell you what they're doing because apparently it relieves them of their karmic responsibility.
Because like if they can tell you about it, then it's like the guilt's off their shoulders. It's like, well, we gave you the
That's
warning.
their justification.
Yeah.
It's their justification.
It's the lesser magic.
Carmen, welcome.
You hide in
Hey,
plain sight.
Carmen's a boss. Go ahead, Jake.
Right, we started talking about, do I think the moon landing was a hoax? Fuck, I couldn't fucking tell you. How long does it take to bounce a radio signal off the moon? 3 or 4 seconds. The moon being a hologram.
I don't know what the moon is. None of us know what the moon is, but it's certainly the inverse square law disqualifies a moon landing 100%. You know what
Lowry,
the inverse square law is?
Let Jake go for just a minute.
Oh yeah,
here,
sorry.
I couldn't say if the landing's a hoax or not. You got to see it to believe it. So I'm open to fucking anything really there. To throw this back in with like pop cultural references, one of my more acclaimed videos, I guess you could say, is the Wizard of Oz synchronicity with the Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I clicked on that one. I haven't watched
That's
it.
a revelation of the
That one stood out to
method.
me.
Total revelation of the method.
Is it? I don't know anything about that, so go ahead if you care to elaborate.
So the Floyd, all the big musical acts were all basically tied into. They made an agreement. They're like, we're going to make you huge stars, and also you're going to do something that we'd like you to do, because we're going to make you as big as you are.
And they're influencers.
They took the grab. They took the grabble. And they probably regret it at this point in time, but they had to do it. Now, they did a wonderful job of putting the story exactly in front of your face. The Wizard of Oz was the great unveiling 70 years ago, 80 years ago. Great unveiling. They told you exactly what they were doing. They said, what's the man behind the curtain doing? They told you what they were doing. That's what they do. This is what these people do. They're not like you and me. These people don't have the same kind of empathy. It doesn't matter whether you believe in God or whether you're religious or whatever. Whatever God they believe in,
100%.
they fucking believe it. And they follow it.
Or Satan.
They follow it. And Satan or some version of Baal or Baphomet or whatever the fuck it is. Doesn't matter what you believe in. They believe in it. And they're telling you that they're doing it to you. The Wizard of Oz with Pink Floyd together was an absolute classic example of them. We told you so. We told you we were going to do it.
Dark Side of Oz. When she looks up, she's that.
Now, and I'll take one even further. I think one of the greatest living artists ever was Stanley Kubrick. And I also have a love-hate relationship with that guy because not only was he one of the greatest artists, he was also a great deceiver. Now, he told you in all of his films.
You saw the video when he was on his deathbed, right? You seen that video where he
it's a fake. It's a fake.
Is it fake?
It's a fake.
I showed it. Is it fake?
It's a fake. It's a fake. No. He told you what he wanted you to know within The Shining. He told you what he wanted you to know within Eyes Wide Shut. You just had to know how to look for it. So that was his way of getting the karmic shit off his shoulder.
I've done a lot of research on this, and he died the week of the release of Eyes Wide Shut.
Apparently it was contractual. Like the 50th year of the anniversary died right after the release of Eyes Wide Shut, and it was the 50th year of the anniversary of the moon landing. He told you in fucking The Shining, and Room 238 covers this very well. He's trying to tell you that he lied to you and he deceived you. It's
the kid with the Apollo 11 shirt and the whole carpet looked like the launch pad. The launch pad. Yeah, it's in the he walks to it.
He
and
told
all this
you.
Stuff,
he told you in the best
with the rocket on his shirt, walking to
in the best
crazy.
Yes, in the best contractual way he could do without breaking his contract with whoever these fucking elite pedophile Satanist motherfuckers are. We have no idea who they are, but whoever they are, he gets both a pass with me and also a fuck you. I'm like, greatest artist ever. I love what you did. Fuck you for doing what you did. He tried to give the best what he could do within the film, buried in it to tell you he lied to you. I mean, there's a fucking As Above, So Below with Jack Nicholson in that very last shot, in the black and white shot at the end of Shining. He's telling you what is going on, but you have to know how to look for it. And in their mind, karmically, they showed you. And if you can't figure it out, it's your problem. That's how he felt.
Lowry, did you know this about it? Like, Stephen King was not happy with the way that Stanley Kubrick was rewriting his book because, like, Stanley Kubrick was basically using it as a vessel to get his own story across. We see that a lot nowadays. But the symbology in the movie is actually that in the book there was they were driving a red Volkswagen.
He turned it to yellow.
And then towards the end, you see that red one wrecked off the side of the snowy road.
Yeah, and that was a big fuck you to Stephen King, because Stephen King's just a tool.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't care if Stephen King can go fuck himself. I don't care if he wrote Shawshank Redemption. It's a great movie, but fuck him. Like, it's
Stephen King, you watching right now? Go fuck yourself, Stephen King.
Yeah, and that was really it. All he needed was a vehicle to actually tell Kubrick what he needed to tell the human audience. And The Shining was the one that he used to do that. Now, to what extent he actually participated in that whole thing, I don't know. But his fingerprints are all over that.
Well, allegedly, he felt very guilty about all that. Let's let the other two people on this.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry.
He felt guilty about what?
Felt guilty about lying
and lending his own knowledge to the fucking filmography of the fucking fake moon landing. He helped that whole thing. I mean, there's so much evidence of him showing this is how you can do this trick on film to show. I have people in my family that believe we landed on the moon because they heard it on the radio. Can you imagine just flipping that to film?
2001: A Space Odyssey came out a year or two before the moon landing, and they used the same technology to project the background behind a real surface that they built in a Hollywood.
You can actually see the line. You can actually see the line behind the astronauts, which is like classic backlit screening. All NASA has ever been has been a film company, and it's so easy to analyze it in retrospect if you know anything about film.
They've been funded by Disney, Werner von Braun. They're all in it together. They create all of this.
And also, PB, I'll tell you this: Google Werner von Braun's gravestone. Just Google it, Google an image of it, and tell me what psalm is on his gravestone and why he would put a psalm on there as opposed to I don't know, a rocket going to the moon. Just Google it, and you will.
Lowry, I want to mute both of us for 1 minute, okay?
Yeah.
What do you mean for 1 minute? See, he just wants us to go. I'm looking at this gravestone. I'm trying to figure out what it says. Where is it here? The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament sheweth his handwork.
That's the classic biblical psalm for there's a firmament. It's an enclosed system, and that's on his gravestone. Why would he put that on his gravestone if he was the one that led us to the moon? Why would he put that on there?
That was his last
thing that he's ever going to say to anyone. He's going to say the one psalm that talks about the firmament, which is the enclosed structure above our sky. Why? And that's all I ever ask. I don't know past that, man. I don't know. I do not.
No, that's what I'm good at doing too. Like these two people at the top of the screen said that I was saying something profound about the frickin' hive mind and Avatar, and I was like, all I did was ask questions.
Well, yeah.
Hey, Carmen, be nice in the chat. Make friends in the comments. All right.
She's just here. No, she's here to harass me. She can harass me. That's fine.
I thought she was talking about Lowry because
no.
Owen Benjamin. That's what I was thinking.
I mean, here's the bugger of it. Here's the bugger of it, guys. Like, you ask yourself an extremely simple question.
Do I have an STD?
Yeah, that one.
Not anymore.
We allegedly went to the moon 69 through 72 or 73, and then we just didn't go back for 50 years. And then we made up a bunch of stories about it, kicked the can down the road about space and shooting rockets up in the sky and all this bullshit. We never went back because we never went in the first place. And they just kicked the can down the road and told a bunch of stories to us and rambled on with fucking space propaganda because it's old Jesuit space religion bullshit, which supports, ye old, gods of this world. I mean, it's really simple. And they just hammer it home. What do you think they named those missions after Apollo for? They named it after that because it's their little space religion god thing. You know, they launch those rockets off. They fucking shoot them off downrange until you can't see them and ditch them in the ocean. Nobody ever got on top of a fucking liquid rocket. They never did any of that shit. They never did any of that shit. It was just a big bullshit lie to get you to not think about the thing that they don't really want you to think about, which is like, we're all special. We actually are all special. Every single one of us are. We're very special spiritual individuals. And the more they can compress you down and make you feel small, especially, we've wrecked Darwin. We've wrecked it. We've wrecked Darwin. Like that whole thing, I studied it in college. Wrecked it. It's a complete line of Masonic bullshit. Just as much as coming from the Big Bang is just as absurd as coming from a creator. So which one do you pick? Which one do you pick?
I don't know. I guess whichever one makes me laugh more.
That's why I would go with that too. Like turtles all the way down. What's below the turtle? It's turtles all the way down.
Just turtles.
I mean, like that's my take on it, man. You know, don't, you know, do your own thing. It's your
Lowry,
journey.
the thing is, man, like you know where I'm at with shit if I'm open to it,
Right.
but I don't know if I can ever completely commit to a flat Earth theory without actually just going up in the air. That's my
Indeed.
issue. Like I feel like that's what I would have to do in order to solidify my argument on it.
I'm right there
And
with
I
you, man.
don't know just from hearing. I just taken
Everything
things
that
on
we've,
paper, but I do
everything we
know
see
everything
through
they tell us
astronomy
about
is
space is fake and gay. That's all I'm saying.
God damn it.
Go
That's what I
ahead,
was. That's what I was just gonna ask. I was like, so everything out there is fake, all of it?
No,
Yeah,
not
pretty much.
necessarily. Just, well, yeah. I mean, I would say that we live in an inversion, but not everything's fake. I mean, you were given, you know, senses to sense the world, and
No, I mean like for astronomical purposes, like all the stars and galaxies and everything.
you know,
that-
the sky is a beautiful sky clock that tells us when to plant crops, tells us when certain ages are coming. It's the ultimate clock. And there's a reason why it is a clock, because all those stars end up in the same spot every single time. The Polaris is there every single time. If we were flying through space on an oblate water ball going at 66,600, whatever, it's always 666, whatever they're doing, it would move. There would be parallax error in all those stars. It would look like a giant mesh of stars moving all sorts of different directions. They don't. They move around our little place down here and tell us when to do
You're
all these
not
great
wrong
things.
with that theory, man. Holy crap, I never thought about that. If we were spinning that fast, they'd all have to be spinning.
It would look like this. It would look. It would be a hot mess in the sky. It would be a hot mess of.
It would look like when you go to
superstars.
Lightspeed in the Millennium Falcon. And
Exactly. That's a really good one. That's a really good one. But I mean, think about it it's like what people get all upset about is like, I don't know what to do with this. No, we live in a fucking beautiful place. It's beautiful, and it's tragically beautiful that we can't see it because we have a thing up in the sky with beautiful stars that tell us when to plant our crops and when to do our things, when to do all this. We also have stars that we can traverse the ocean and use, you know, the stars to angularly understand where we are in a certain position. We can go all around a flat world. You know, we can go around a flat world. It's just like you can go around a round world. And here's the thing. You can't go polar, you know, circumnavigate. No one goes over.
We
the
were just
poles.
talking about that. We
No
were
one goes
talking
over
about
the
that earlier
poles.
before you joined in. That's
It's-
what I was talking about that tonight.
No one goes there
Yeah.
because you can't, because you don't. And if you look at flight patterns in the northern hemisphere, they don't make any sense on a ball. It's just people flying way up north and
what
then back
about
down. It's
emergency
dumb.
flight landings?
Oh yeah, the one where they fly from like Japan to Los Angeles, but they end up landing in Alaska. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, you know. But if on a flat map, whatever flat map we understand, it's a straight line. They dropped right in where they had to do because it ain't the way it sets up on the, you know, the globe, you know. And we're used to seeing the old projection, which is like United States, South America, Europe, and like it's just that sort of stretch as a projection. But that's not what it looks like. And I'm not saying like Dave Weiss's app is even right. That's an approximation of what makes most sense for
actually
looking
have
at
that app.
Yeah, and it makes sense, but we don't know exactly.
Well,
We
I
don't
believe
we
it,
don't
but,
we don't know what it looks like.
Interesting. I wanted
But
to
it
see.
makes sense on a flight path, you know, perspective. It's like, what is the most straight line between Japan and LA? Well, on a flat map on the AE projection, you pass right over Alaska. You know, but it's just we're coming out of our amnesia. We're coming out of an old amnesia that we thought it was this way, but it's this way. And the great thing about it is, it's not that big of a deal. It's still a beautiful place that we live in.
Yeah.
It's not that scary. It's not.
Exactly. You hit the nail on the head, Lowry. We live in a beautiful place, and we're all beautiful people. We don't know what we're capable of because they're all trying to keep us down. And I do want to have my other guests speak for a little bit.
Yeah.
We've been dominating this for a little bit, and I feel really bad.
He was answering my question.
I'm gonna pop off, and I'm gonna keep listening. I'm gonna pop off and keep listening because I'll just rant on forever. I love you guys.
No, Lowry, you can stay on, bro. You can stay on. I'll just mute you.
I don't want to be muted.
No, you're welcome. No, I think this is very important. As long as everyone is open-minded and can speak their mind in a civil manner and everything, I think it's a very important discussion to have. It's very rare that you get to have something like this in an actual forum. So I think you should stick around and be part of it. If you have time. If you don't have time, that's fine. But yeah.
Am I still muted? Oh, you unmuted me.
No, I didn't. I muted you for a second just as a joke.
Just for a second.
No, you guys go. I ranted plenty. That's as much as I need to say.
You would have muted me earlier when I started doing ist jokes.
Yeah, he started calling. Yeah, let's not get back into that. Anyways, rebuttal from you guys. What do you think about all that?
I mean, a lot of the stuff seems plausible to me, and I do 100% agree with the fact that it doesn't matter which way it works. You still live in the same place. Like, that doesn't change. Like, the physical properties of what are happening inside of, let's just call it the atmosphere, is still the same, regardless of what the shape is.
Yep.
Like, how's that going to change your life? Like, if you found out that everything you believe was wrong as far as where you live, like, how is that? That's not going to change how you live your life. That's not going to change it at all. You still got to, like you said, you still got to plant the crops at the right time of year. Right, Jake?
Yes. Okay, go ahead. Lowry, I know exactly what you're thinking. We're just going to hold off for a second. I'm going to mute both of us, all right?
Jake,
I'm going to mute both of us.
Jake, go.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think Hollow Earth's that far off from Flat Earth, right? I mean, we're both asking the same questions. How come there's not a fly zone over the poles?
Right.
These are just slightly different ideologies. I personally think Hollow Earth is the superior model, but we're on the right track here as far as Kookland is concerned. The real question would be, what is NASA doing with all those funds then? I don't think when you said...
they're the largest studio ever.
Yeah, Mr. Lowry, when you said that they're just a big film studio, I don't think you're far off there. I did mention...
you're unmuted, Lowry, if you want to rebuttal.
The Wizard of Oz being used as far as the psychology goes. That's in that article. That is a popular film used for brainwashing, apparently, so... We have some places we agree, but this main differentiation between Hollow Earth and Flat Earth.
We should ask Lowry if he believes that Hollow Earth is also possible. Do you believe that Hollow Earth and Flat Earth could be one and the same? They could be like they get both. You know.
I think there's a ton of shit downstairs that none of us know about.
Oh,
so if that means Hollow Earth, then yeah. I mean, there's a lot of talk about dumbs. And a lot of talk about, like, there's as much below the Earth as above. I can't confirm it. The only thing I can confirm is that at 8 inches per mile squared with an alleged equator of 24,900 and change, we don't have our curve rate. So, but I wanted to address something else, which is, like, probably more important, which is, like, PB. Why is it important? It's the safest, most, like, amazing, lightest conspiracy theory out there is Flat Earth. And everyone always asks me, what does it matter? It's like, I consider once you break through into the Flat Earth, escaping the Matrix. And
we talked about that before.
When you look at what Antarctica is supposedly shaped like on the southern tip of the alleged ball, do a cutaway of that versus the brain and see if you don't find something coincidentally almost impossible with it. It is a brainwash. The ball is a brainwash. It is a brainwash to get you to walk around in a prison in your own head. And I think once you understand the flat Earth, you've escaped the Matrix, and then you don't really have to have any more fucking conspiracies, because nothing can touch you, because you've already got it. And every single other thing that pops up, you're just like, I'm already flat.
Lowry, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? So me personally, I don't know what it is. I don't believe it's what we're being told. I don't believe that it's what makes. So what I'm saying is, I don't believe that we're on a spinning ball going through space hurtling, and none of that makes sense. What they've told us, but I'm not sold on why it's flat. Why do you think it is? Like, what is the selling factor on that? Because to me, there's not one. Like, I'm not married to the ball, as Eddie Bravo would say. But yeah, I can't completely commit to flat Earth without any true evidence of
as far as we can tell, water seeks its own level, and you can't have gas pressure without a container. That's proven 100% over and over and over again. Now, there's a lot of talk about, well, what if we're in a crater and it's flat in our crater, but it's a crater on a bigger ball? Well, I mean, I cannot confirm that. And at that point in time, what the fuck are we even talking about? Until I get to go outside of Antarctica, I can't speak to it. So right now, what I have with my evidence that I have, water seeks its own level, 8 inches per mile squared, we see too far, we definitely don't live on a fucking spinny water ball flying through fucking space at fucking satanic numbers that they say. We just don't. We just don't. Whatever it is after that, I can't, give me a fucking plane. I'll fly out to Antarctica and maybe find out, but they don't let you do it. You can go to fucking McMurdo and take pictures with a bunch of penguins on a beach.
Yeah, that's all you do.
That's all you get. That's all you get a chance to do. You can't fucking go inland in Antarctica. And people are like, well, why would you want to go there anyway? It's freezing cold. It might be freezing cold, but there might also be a whole bunch of land out there in all directions.
Lowry, like I was talking about this earlier, I think before you came on, like the theory was that perhaps the flat Earth, like that's not the end of the plate. Like there's a whole table outside of the plate, which once you get out to that, there's more land and stuff they don't want us knowing about. Like they want to keep us controlled here to this particular realm. So if we don't go across that, we might find out about the aliens and the UFOs and all that stuff.
Exactly. And like here's the thing, think about this very simply, just within the words: extraterrestrial, which means extra.
I was thinking about that today.
Land. Okay. Outer space. Well, it doesn't have to be up. It could be that way, forever. Outer space. They've been putting it underneath their nose for years. There could, I mean, I'm not against UFOs. There's things flying around up there that I don't fucking understand. They could be coming from other places, way over there or way over there. They could be coming right within our realm, and that we don't understand. And then how would we know? We're animals in a fucking terrarium right now, as far as I can tell. And we're trying to fight our way out of it, or not fight our way out of it, but at least understand where we're at. Yes, there's a downward bias for like why we stick to the ground or why clouds stay up in the sky. Is it gravity? That's an old bullshit word that keeps the old fucking heliocentric model.
No one knows what gravity is.
Nobody knows what
yawning is.
It's a theory. It's
let
a theory.
alone gravity. No one knows why anyone yawns or why animals yawn. It's so weird. Like
nobody knows.
We don't know that simple of a thing. How the fuck do we know what gravity is? It doesn't make
they don't. Guess what? It's still a theory. Still a theory. There's a downward bias that keeps us stuck to the ground. Other thing, 1,000,000-pound clouds apparently don't fall down. There's a bunch of shit, but like we don't know. And the thing about it is, we're saying, at least our community is saying, we don't know, but we know for sure. At least according to the spherical trig, at 8 inches per mile squared, we don't live on a spinny water ball. At 24,900 and change at the alleged equator, we don't live on that.
Once again, Lowry, do you think that Hollow Earth could be like incorporated into?
Fuck yeah, it could be.
Like you said,
what do you mean? Did you miss his answer?
No, it was a long answer. It was a long answer, so I wanted to sum it up. All right,
there's probably shit downstairs. There's shit downstairs that we don't understand. And how would we even know it? I mean, they have these digging machines. Have you seen these digging machines from the Navy and Air Force?
Elon Musk got the Boring Company.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea what's down there. And do I want to go? Do I want to go down there? I don't know. Does anyone want to go down there? I don't know. I don't know what these fuckers do.
I'm staying on land. I'm not going into the ocean or going underground or in any caves. I'm staying on land, everybody. And there ain't no way I'm going anywhere near that crap.
I ain't going downstairs.
No, I'm a landlubber. All right. I hate caves. Caves are terrifying to me.
Anyway, PB and Jack, you're amazing.
Let's shut up for a second, Lowry. Yeah, they're very patient. They probably hate us right now. I'm sorry.
We do not. That's a lie. That is a complete lie. Well, I mean, when I'm asking questions and I'm getting answers, I don't want to interrupt the answers.
That's true.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I can't sit here and be like, hey, I hear everything that you say, but I was up in my spaceship last week and you're wrong. Like, I don't have one.
But your little placeholder has a lightsaber.
Fuck yeah, it does.
I mean, look, here's the thing. My particular disposition on it is that I can't find any curve. I didn't choose to be a part of this fucking club. It's not a club that anyone wants to be a part of. You get made fun of all the time. Like, yeah. I've lost.
You get most of my
well, unless you're hanging out in the flat Earth world, and then there's a few hot flat Earth girls, but for the most part,
some conspiracy smoke shows out there, huh?
Yeah, well, you know, we're lacking in really hot flat Earth girls, so we need more flat Earth girls in the community. So, like, please, hot chicks out there, just research it and like come to our side. And
what if I went transgender and I was the Leah Thomas of female flat Earth girls?
You're making me barf in the back of my throat right now, dude. Just stay a dude. Stay a dude, please. Stay a dude.
I'm not.
I'm just saying.
But that's the way you get ahead these days. Is, you know, if you're a man, just be a woman and get ahead in the woman's game.
Oh, dude. Anyway, I gotta pop off, guys. It's been a good conversation.
Lowry, thank you so much for coming by, man.
You guys rock it.
Welcome by. You know that you're a brother of mine, and you have a good night, brother. Stay in touch.
Man. All right, cheers, man. Bye, guys.
How are we supposed to compete with that? Now it's gonna be so quiet in here.
No, Lowry's a pistol. There's no doubt about that.
That was great. That was great, man. I was like, I'd never talked to him before. I have no idea who that was.
I'm good friends with the guy. Yeah, he's him and Crumb. Look up. Don't follow Crumb. Good people. Matt Brooks, what's up, Matt Brooks? Hoff, my bad, dude. I had you playing in the background. I had a phone call and starting to leave people. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, thank you all for being here tonight. We're having such a good time. We got a lot of watchers right now. In case you guys didn't know, Jake, I'm gonna shut the f up and let you guys roll for a little bit and just.
You got to be kidding. I don't know. I didn't expect to go off on the whole Earth, flat Earth diatribe, but
Well, Lowry is
I'm
a very
open-minded. I don't shoot anyone down for asking questions and shit.
No,
we're on the right track.
Holy shit! Like if I didn't ask questions, I wouldn't be able to make YouTube videos. Like all of my YouTube videos are just like chariots of the gods. He's like, I didn't say a single statement once in the entire book. Did you not read it? These are all questions. And I was like, you sly motherfucker. Like, I've never read the book, but I've seen little excerpts from it. And I was like, holy shit, they really are just all questions. Like, he doesn't make a single definitive statement the entire time. He's just like, yeah, but what if there were ancient aliens? And I was like, son bitch, what if there were?
Oh, now you're speaking my language. I'm an ancient aliens expert.
Oh, the good stuff, hey?
Yeah.
Okay, so how does ancient aliens jive with the flat Earth?
I don't think it does really. I think when it comes to ancient aliens, they go through they're mainly the ball theory. You know, I don't think because you have to believe in the way space works in order for all that to work. I just think it's entertaining. You know what I mean? But I do find a lot of theories, such as like where we came from, very, very interesting because you hear in the Bible, which I am, I believe in God and whatnot.
Yeah,
I'm not here to preach, but here in the Bible, like Noah's Ark, there was a flood and it killed everything. And for 40 days, there was a flood. And then Noah's Ark basically had all the animals there to recreate the rest of the world again and to repopulate the world. And that's kind of weird. Yeah, of course, except for the dinosaurs. That's the devil put dinosaurs there. But it's just a weird thing like that if you put it into a scenario where maybe that Noah's Ark and was a ship that had DNA on it and could repopulate the world after the flood, that makes more sense than the actual story itself, in my opinion, even though it's all ridiculous.
I mean, is it more ridiculous than the ancient astronaut theory? Because I'm a big fan of the ancient astronaut theory. Because you just look around and I was like, how can it be? It can't just be the easiest object, and it can't just be math that makes it work out, because they're not all the same fucking shape, and everybody built pyramids.
What do you think about pyramids, Jake? What? There's so many structures like that. They've stood for the test of time. No one knows how they're built. What do you think, Jake?
Oh, we're getting into the topic of ley lines and geomancy. That's the
kind of
overarching Wikipedia article here. And Wikipedia is not a reliable resource. Do not use them.
Man the ship for a minute. I gotta take business.
Go take a wicked piss up, mate.
A healthy piss.
Ancient aliens and the pyramids. Man, I think you got to go back. You got to look at anthropology, archaeology. I think the popular theory is the human race was created as a slave race to mine gold. Right. This when you go really far off the deep end with this stuff through. Oh, he mentioned transdimensionals earlier. Like, what? That is the big what if. What if there are no fucking spaceships, or maybe there are. But whatever these entities are, they need gold in order to manifest, or we can't see them on our plane.
Okay.
So that's about as far off the deep end as you can go with that.
I never heard it put that way. I only heard the one. I thought the Anunnaki are hanging out at planet number 10.
I've heard other people who are alleged UFO contactees. I don't know where they went. They must be on a planet. Hey, maybe they got killed. Maybe their book's just not going to sell because no one would publish it. I don't know. But one theory goes, right? You have the planet X. It's perpetually 2 weeks away. We're always 2 weeks
always fucking 2 weeks. Unbelievable with that shit. Anyway.
Right. We're kind of getting into that realm of this kook information here in kook land. Right, you have the Anunnaki that came from Planet X, is the ancient astronaut thing. There's this. How do I sum all this up? There's another solar system that's in a elliptical orbit with our own solar system.
Okay, gotcha.
But I've heard people break this down where the Anunnaki are artificial intelligence, but they've been corrupted.
Ooh.
So I'm trying to relate with the pop culture, keep it original.
Simulation theory.
I don't want to just, go regurgitating information that I can pull up off of the History Channel and all this fucking mainstream infotainment. So fuck that. I want to hear the real fucking crazies out there. What these crazies put across the man was the transdimensional aliens are artificial intelligence. The good ones are Anunnaki, but when they get corrupted, they're Anunnaki. And that's when you throw in the whole satanic ritual abuse and getting the public to participate in these entertainment rituals. All interrelates here. I'm trying to keep this with pop culture references and shit like that. But
They don't have to be pop culture references.
I was about to say, go wherever you want with this stuff, man. We don't have to keep
it on like that's what I talk about. Like, I'm not.
Yeah, I think that economy is all. No, go where you want, Jake. Say whatever you want to say right now, man. This is interesting as hell. I'm loving it.
Trying to think. That's about as far. I'm trying to just go as what's the craziest fucking theory that goes here, and is there any basis for it? Okay, transdimensional aliens, and they need gold. That's the whole basis for why the modification of human DNA occurred. The fucking, biblically speaking, that's the Nephilim or the fallen angels, the Book of Enoch, the fucking antediluvian world. And all of these myths get brought up in pop culture, too. But
Moloch, dude, is a big thing. Moloch was like the eater of children, and you're seeing that all the time. There was a character in the Han Solo movie. You remember the Han Solo movie? It was terrible. There's a character in there named Moloch, dude. I swear it was.
I'd love to say that I remember the Han Solo movie, but that's the movie that came out after The Last Jedi, and no, I didn't.
Actually, Solo wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad, but I have a whole fucking video on my channel about how, and I never put the second half out. The second half is a conversation that I was having with one of my friends.
The only thing that would have made that movie better is if the pansexual Lando wasn't involved with the robot. That would have made the movie
right.
perfect.
So let's put it this way: it's one story because it's Star Wars, and I was like, I didn't see Solo because I saw The Last Jedi, and that was the last.
Understandable. Dude, and Han Solo is my favorite character of all time, even above Tony Stark. Even everyone calls me Redneck Tony Stark or whatever, But Han Solo is my guy. That's why I call myself Hoff Solo. Yeah, I know, and the the facial hair, but I started out. This, PB. I started out as Hoff Solo. That
I was here for that.
Yeah, so but I just whittled it down to Hoffcast. It used to be Hoff Solo podcast. Now it's just Hoffcast. I whittled it down because I didn't want to relate to Star Wars as much anymore. I wanted to get away from the movies and stuff like that and start talking about things that we've been talking about tonight because I find them far more interesting. But I think media plays a huge role in it. What do you think are some of the best things to watch modern times, and what are the worst things?
I mean, it depends on are you looking purely for action and nothing has to make sense?
Like, what do you think is corrupting people? What do you think is something good to watch that makes you feel better at the end of the day, and something that you watch that you're like, oh, that's fake?
Something good to watch that would make you feel better at the end of the day, depending on your level of play, would be game shows.
I love game shows.
Game shows make people feel good.
Pretty wholesome. Pretty wholesome.
Yeah,
right, most of the time. I mean, and then occasionally, very occasionally,
just like we were talking about earlier.
Well, I was gonna say, it's you get the occasional adult joke. It's made for families to watch it. That's what it's designed for. It's made so that everybody can enjoy it. Who doesn't love Plinko?
Oh, that's everybody. Well, when they rolled out that Plinko board, oh boy,
fucking A, man. You're like, wait a second,
get the Cheerios out in the milk. I'm ready to go.
I was like, I've been waiting fucking all day for this, and I don't even care who makes it to the end now because we're playing Plinko, motherfuckers.
I also like that one where there was the yodeler going up the mountain. That was
yes, I love the yodeler. The yodeler is excellent. Oh, he has such a good time, and then you kill that sumbitch every time. Overbid.
And just fell off the side.
Freaking love it. Oh man,
just like a flatter. Oh
no! What always pissed me off when watching Plinko was he either gives you $1 or $2 to start, and then you gotta win the rest of them by guessing the prices, and then that person who's ever playing is a complete fucking moron. And they win none of the other pucks. I was like, this is the shortest round of Plinko ever. What happened?
They get one puck to throw down that thing.
Right, they go up there. The one
where they get to punch through the paper to
you pull out the $100 or $500 or whatever. Holy fuck.
I watched way too much daytime TV in my life.
So I mean, if you want to guarantee yourself, what are you fucking with me?
I'm joking. It's a running joke on my channel that I love The View. Whoopi the Goldberg,
Well, I mean,
I love her.
I watched The View a while ago. When Barbara Walters was the everyday host, I watched The View. So that was before Whoopi's time.
I'm back when Norm Macdonald used to be on and call him out for Clintons being murderers.
Oh my god, that's such a great clip.
Allegedly.
Well,
Jake, I want you to talk more, bro.
I don't know, man.
Talk over us, man. If you have something to say, I feel like I'm putting you out, dude. I want to hear you. You got a lot of good ideas. Like, what do you think about the Epstein situation? Shouldn't have said that.
The Island, right? That's another movie with
yes.
Ewan McGregor and Scarlett Johansson. Right, you can go on MrDeepfakes.com and have Scarlett Johansson's face plastered on your favorite porn star. Good time.
She's already my favorite porn star.
But yeah. Well, who's to say that movie's not predictive programming right there, right? We got these elitists. They all have body doubles, which is essentially a metaphor for they're plugged into the fucking Matrix. They have avatars of themselves. And it's just it's the same shit. They all want to go to the island, right? They all want their fucking, I almost think it's like fucking Mormons, right? You become like a fucking god and you get your own your paradise, your own fucking universe of your own. The same concept. Who are these people that are implementing this weird ass fucking occult knowledge and this fucking witchcraft, this in your face fucking shit? And maybe they hide behind certain religious organizations too. Like everyone's fucking dirty. I don't want to sit here and drop names, places.
No,
attack
everybody's religion.
Drop it.
Let's go through that article. I think there's a lot of people involved with fucking fucked up shit. Like the fucking go to the Adult Swim, right? You have fucking Adventure Time. It's got references to DMT.
I like that show. It's a good show.
That and fucking Rick and Morty, right? They cover some.
I don't like Rick and Morty. I like Adventure Time.
I don't want to have to pay for shit is my thing. That's why I'm not really hip. Like I'll wait for the bootleg until I can fucking. That's my thing. I hate having a big archive of movies because I'm just not a dork like that.
I wanted to. Now I have a big archive of vinyl records. I've been collecting vinyl records. I've been doing it for years now, but like probably about 20 years. But recently I've been just buying them up like crazy. Like anytime I get some extra money, I buy some vinyl records.
If there's any reason why I get quiet, it's because what you're saying is just over my head and I'm just not fucking hip to it. I have
don't worry. I explain all of the terrible jokes.
Right.
What I was gonna say, like I think it's important to buy physical media right now because everything digital is going to be taken away. That's why I'm buying vinyl. I'm so scared. I'm buying cassette tapes. I'm buying DVDs again because I'm so scared they're gonna take all this stuff off the internet one day. They're gonna or they edited a lot of these movies. Like Disney has edited so many movies for Disney Plus, and it's insane. Or they take them off there because they consider it racist, or there's nudity and splash. They want to cover up the girl's ass and splash because her ass is running out towards the beach. Like what? What's going on here? You don't want people attracted to the female form? No, you want them to be gay. Disney. That's what's going on.
I mean, yeah, you're supposed to raise.
Squidbillies was good.
Squidbillies is good. I'm an Aqua Teen Hunger Force person.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force for the win. Absolutely, dude. That was the first one that I got into with Adult Swim.
That was the first one I got into. The second one I got into was Robot Chicken, and I like Robot Chicken. Yeah. But Aqua Teen is so much better.
Aqua Teen was my shit back in the day, dude. Like no doubt, I love that stuff. Master Shake.
Talk about the wooden paneling. Oh man, that show is so great. And then the only
I have like 4 seasons on DVD. I need to kick them out and watch them again.
Oh, for sure. You probably got the good seasons in there where that's like they're dealing with the trees. I like.
Oh yeah, and the gnomes and stuff, and the
trees.
Yeah, I had the first 4 seasons.
Oh man, like
Carmen says, "Hoff, I'm leaving."
No, okay.
No, have a good night, Carmen. Thank you for showing up.
She might be leaving. She might not be. I'm probably
your name reminds me of Christina Aguilera. It's Carmen Aguilar.
Oh yeah, totally it does.
Are you Illuminate? I don't know.
No, definitely not. Trust me. Yo, yo.
Let's get to the chat for a second. I've ignored the chat for a
We
long
got one
time
guy
now.
talking about the Hallabunga.
I know.
The what?
The Hallabunga. Oh, you gotta get hip. See, I'm not hip on all your pop culture references because I'm into memes and shit. Gotta get on my level. Gotta get on my
Memes are
level.
great. I used to be a meme.
Said Howabunga?
The
Still a meme.
Hallabunga.
So what does that have to do with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No. I don't know. Now you lost me.
I thought it was a playoff of Cowabunga.
Me too. I thought that was a good question, BB. Yeah, Cowabunga.
Thank you. I was like,
or Simpsons, like Bart Simpson.
There's some words I can't say on YouTube here, and that is probably one of them. So,
what do you mean? The
algorithm will get us.
You can say all the words on YouTube.
If we say the right, what's another word for it?
Sapphire up, oi made it. What's up, my brother from down under? Thank you for being here tonight. What's up, bro?
I told you Carmen wasn't leaving.
Yeah, she says, "Shut up, Bear." Yeah, she's telling you, "Shut up." I tell you to keep talking.
I'm trying to listen to Jake talk, but
yeah, I know everyone's interrupting him, and he doesn't want to talk because he's scared everyone's going to interrupt him, and he's fair to assume that because we're assholes.
I'm going to.
I'm sorry, Jake. We're all sorry that we
are. Like, I came here for the
maybe I'm just a little too serious. Maybe I need to lighten up a bit. That's all right.
Hoffcast is a humor stream, man. I mean, I like to go into deep things, but I joke with like Hoffcast, like it's jokes all the way. But I like to incorporate humor into seeing how crazy the world is, because I think that's the best way to look at the world. Because if you get like you said earlier, if you get too deep into it, like one of these geeks or whatever you said, then you're gonna go down the wrong place. So if you keep the humor to it, it's fun. You know, you stay ahead of the game.
I made my 1 minute video on breaking down the Disney groomers conspiracy.
Can I show that?
What's that?
Can I show it here right now? I like that video.
If you want, I think I'll break it down in like a minute. And then if you go and read the articles, check all that shit out. I think this shit should be distributed on the internet.
You're doing it the exact right way, because I don't want to read the article. I want somebody to break it down for me in 60 seconds. That's amazing.
66, the same year the Church of
Okay, so crap. Here it is. So I'm gonna share the video.
You'll miss it.
This is a great video. The thing I like about you, Jake, is that you can say more in 1 minute than I can say in 3.5 hours on my show.
I grew up with a bunch of women that would run their mouths, right? I mean, God gave man 2 heads to talk more, and women 2 sets of lips to. Well, I don't need to elaborate any further than that. But
let's watch this video. I like this video a lot.
Well,
man, a few words because I can say a lot by saying
insane megalomania.
Oh shit! Sorry, go ahead, man.
No, I'm just a man of few words because it's just how I grew up. None of the fucking women in my family would ever shut the fuck up. So when I do get a chance to talk, I have to, for sake of brevity, condense it.
I wish I could do that, man, but I can't. Like every time I go live, I do Hoffcast on Tuesdays. I'm like, I'm doing 2 hours tonight because I'm tired, and I don't every single week. I'm like, I'm doing 2 hours. I'm tired. I've been working. I don't want to do 4 hours or 3 hours. And then every night I freaking do it. And before I know it, it's too late. It's too late. And I don't even know where the time goes. I have no idea where the time goes. Let's watch this video.
Walt Disney, having ties to the Third Reich, was an insane megalomaniac. One of the most popular conspiracy theories is that by the end of Disney's life, he was cryogenically frozen. Coincidentally, in 1966, the same year the Church of Satan was founded. Disney movies are no stranger to the occult. Pinocchio exemplifies Disney's aspirations. Pinocchio was written by a master mason and is a story of occult initiation about creating an alter ego, a doppelganger puppets made out of wood. Hence, Disney wishes to become immortal himself in a Lord Sidious fashion, having clones and body doubles. Disney is involved with the CIA, MK Ultra, and Project Monarch. Subliminal messaging is cleverly interwoven into Disney films with explicit sexual imagery. The movie The Rescuers is the best example of how Disney mind control programming functions, using the diamond in the skull as a trigger for child grooming.
Wow.
So there you have it. I'll break it down like really fucking quick. Like, all right,
Go
just
ahead.
what are some of these symbols used? Fucking Adventure Time has fucking used the I think I have a video on Adventure Time too. If it hasn't gotten took down, probably not. Some of these symbols and little cues. And this is outdated information. I think things have reached an extent where you have this virtual reality, and it goes on to say using brain waves to program people, the MK Ultra and the fucking, you call them what, agents? These I can't think of the fucking word off the top of my head right now. But
the trainers,
right. Shit, what the fuck do you call it when
Man,
someone fucking just goes off the fucking rails all of a sudden and they snap?
oh,
Manchurian Candidate. That's what I'm
yeah,
trying
the
to fucking
Manchurian
think of.
Candidate. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Fuck, that hurt.
Their signal, they're triggered.
There we have it. The movie The Rescuers, I can tell you for sure there are movies out there that have this little, just like single frame images of like snuff film shit that's stuck in there. That's one example. I did see that when I was a little kid, and I stopped the VHS player because I had one of those where it had like a reel on it. You can, like a dial, you can go frame by frame, and then I thought I saw it in the corner of my eye, so I stopped the VHS and I reeled it forward frame by frame, and I'm like, oh shit. Now, first, as a little kid, I popped a boner because I see some hits. And then I look at it further, and then you see like the woman's fucking like decapitated. And it's like, oh, what the fuck? Like, as a little kid, first I'm like sexually aroused, and then I'm like fucking scared to fucking death because I'm like looking at a ghost hidden in one of these films. Some shit. I didn't know what the fuck to make of it as a kid, but I can tell you for sure, like, that shit's in there, and it's
so dark arts, man. It's so dark arts. Oh my gosh.
Okay, like you guys, you were talking about the dark. You were talking about the dark arts earlier. Are the dark arts actually evil? Because if so,
yeah.
Okay, well then I'm gonna have to stop listening to rap and hip hop.
Yeah, maybe.
That's or dark arts.
Or you can enjoy them and know where that comes from. That's why you like I was saying earlier, you watch movies.
It's a color joke. Just laugh.
Oh, I know it was a joke. My bad, man. And then went over my head. I got serious here.
You said dark arts. Like,
rap. Oh, don't do this to me, PB. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Everyone.
Come on.
I get it now. Don't do it to me.
I would never. Not to you.
Oh, you're trying.
There's a good website out there that gets into rap culture and how like they're fucking brainwashed too. It's called what's it called? mindcontrolblackassasins.com.
I thought it was World Star. Yep.
I don't know.
I'm kidding. That was a joke. Oh, I'm blacker than all of you. Gang, gang.
World Star. Oh, I vaguely remember World Star. Vaguely.
No, my stepdad is 1% Nigerian, so I'm black as fuck.
Oh.
Get out of here. Yeah.
In your 1%.
No, I said my stepdad.
Yeah, you're 0.5% stepdad.
I'm 0. That joke went over your head.
Well, no, I have to continue to play stupid because if I didn't, then it wouldn't have been worth it.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Because yes, it did go over my head initially.
Sapphire Elf, he gets it. Reparations to Ha, he gets it. Yeah, he gets it.
Holy shit.
That's the world I'm trying to live in. Trying to take advantage of this crazy system.
No, I was on Angus's channel last week, I believe it was. I think it was
Good
last
friend of
week.
mine. Good friend of mine, Black Angus Reviews.
Yeah, and he was he played some hilarious video that the lady was very pro reparations for the Irish because they were slaves first. And I was like,
I'm Irish. I'm mainly Irish. Fuck, give me all the money. I'm Irish as shit.
No,
give me all the money. That's why I blame my alcoholism on is being Irish.
No, you get potatoes. You get potatoes. You don't get money.
You can turn potatoes into vodka. So.
You can turn them into vodka. That'll power a freaking car. Yeah, that's right. You can power the world on potatoes. The whole fucking world. It'd be delicious.
We live on potato world. We have a potato president. You know.
Stop demeaning potatoes. Why would you do that?
You know, potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
I was gonna go into Sling Blade, but fuck, I don't want to go there.
Do it! Oh, do it!
You got them French fried taters. You got
biscuits and mustard.
I like them French fried taters. Mm-hmm.
See,
guys,
now,
can you guys do any impressions? Because that was pretty good, Jake.
I guess. I do a mighty fine Hank Hill.
Do it. Let's hear it. Let's hear the Hank Hill.
God dang it, Bobby.
Whoa! Whoa.
You should listen to Alex Jones.
Bobby, you need to listen to Alex Jones.
Dang, that's good. He's got the softness. Oh, it's good. It's good.
God dang it, Bobby. Talking about the hollow earth and the flat earth. You're going to get in a big old heap of trouble, Bobby.
Bobby, if you were my son, I'd love you. Say that one.
Bobby, if you weren't my son, I'd love you. Did I get that right? Did I hear that wrong?
Yeah. No, you said it right. You said it right.
I said it before I thought about it, so I don't know.
Well, you repeated what he said, so
I think the actual line was "I'd hug you," but I thought it was funny. Yeah. I think if you weren't my son, I'd hug you. But I think
sometimes I don't think before I talk. That's what happens. Things get wrong.
Same, dude. Welcome to Hoffcast.
Keep it appropriate. I'm trying not to be too unhinged because I might say something really extreme, and I try not to. There's been a few
open for.
Hey, I'm strike free right now. Say whatever you want. I'm trying to get that strike right back.
I don't give a fuck, man. I do what I want. I don't know.
And bombs are coming.
I'm trying to rein it in just a little bit. Just a little bit.
What do you mean you've been reined in the whole stream?
That's what I was about to say.
He's like the one here being the professional. He's like, oh, so I see you guys have started talking about this. How can I relate it back to pop culture? And I was like,
more professional than I am.
I tried. I think I've said just about everything that I need to say. I mean, we could reiterate. We could bullshit some more.
Okay, we've been on for a long time, so I don't want to keep you out. If you guys want to chill, if you guys want to, wrap it up soon, I'm cool with that. We've been on for a while.
Any other random friends, theories, or conspiracy shit, I can always be insightful and be like, well, I can tell you I know a little bit about everything. I try to keep it legit and original more than anything else.
Well, everything is symbolism. Nothing is what it is. Nothing is just a thing.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
How do you guys feel about this? What do you say we wrap this up? We've been on for a while. I'm going to do an after show hangout. And if you guys want to stick around for that, you're welcome to. If any of the bosses watching right now want to come by. Before we do that, I will let you all promote your channels and everything that you do. Let me put the link in there for the after show hangout here, and then we'll get to that stuff. But it's been a really, really fun show tonight.
We talked about a lot of random ass shit. That's for sure.
I don't think it's random. I think it all kind of like connects together. In my opinion,
I tried to tie it together. I need to lighten up a little bit, but
Lighten up for what? What do you mean? I don't understand.
If you look in the chat right now, you see the StreamYard link. If you want to come and hang out with us backstage and just chill for a little bit, I'll be up for a little bit. I'm on my weekend now, and you're welcome to come by and talk to us all. So I wanted to thank you both so much for being here tonight. First, go ahead, Jake. Tell us anything you want to tell us and where to find you. I do have your description below as well as PB's. The link.
Yeah, just breaking through the fucking mind control programming. Fucking don't be a fucking normie. That's what my channel's all about. Any fucking fringe theories, occult shit, Norse mythology, anything fucking goes. I don't put my channel out there. I don't advertise it. Those that want to know about the info in my videos are gonna find it. And sometimes I get the people that are they're either victims or sometimes they're just fucking megalomaniacs and anything in between there too. But anything goes. Anything fucking goes. I don't really have.
Thank you so much, man. I hope this isn't the. I hope you come back to Hoffcast and be on again sometime soon. I really do, man. Because I loved having you on. I'd rather you be the show, because I don't like being the show when I have guests on, and I felt like I spoke over a lot of people tonight. I'm very sorry about that. I apologize.
No, we don't want dead air either. I mean, I'm kind of out of the loop, so it's fine. I haven't been part of fucking shit in like 10 years. It's been a while. I need to socialize more.
It's been a while.
It's a good outlet. It's a good outlet for me. Nothing wrong with that.
Exactly. This is therapy for free, in my opinion. Yeah. That's why I do it. Pop Culture PB, tell us about you, where they can find you, and what you do.
Oh no, I do the short version at the end of the show to get it over with. So go to your favorite search engine, put in Pop Culture PB, click a link, have a laugh.
We had several laughs tonight. I don't remember laughing this much in a while. This is a hilarious stream, and I had a great time doing it. I want to do
fun fact, everybody. The two people at the top of the screen had multiple things that they were gonna bring up if we, ran out of stuff to talk about, and we didn't.
I know, and that's why I go for 4 hours every time.
We brought up that one article for 5 minutes, not even.
Here's the thing. That's why I call the people who watch me bosses. I call them that because they often give me information in order to continue my show and to keep the train rolling and stuff. They give them the fuel. And they're always so insightful. I have the best chat on YouTube. I'll fight anyone over that. Everyone who comes to my chat, they're freaking awesome. They give me good information. They're good people. They're not just saying that the people come on tonight, such as you guys, but everyone in my chat is always nice and they just present themselves and they make friends, and I love it. It's the greatest thing I could have ever asked for when making a YouTube channel, is that people are making friends here.
I like it when people make enemies. What about you guys? You got anything to plug?
Well, yeah, I'll do the Hoffcast shtick real quick, and we'll wrap this up and get out of here. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We'll do Hoffcast.com, ladies and gentlemen. Hoffcast.com. If you want to know when the next stream is, if you want to know what I'm doing, where the news is, you can find it here. And there's going to be big things coming in the future for Hoffcast. Let me tell you that. I've got big plans. I got a lot of things in the works, and I'm not just sticking to the same routine as always. I got big things coming. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So you can go to Hoffcast.com. That's when you want to find me here. Anytime you want to, you don't get the notification for Hoffcast, just go to Hoffcast.com. You'll find when the next stream is. It's very easy, and I make it convenient and I try to make it as convenient as I can. And dang, what a good show tonight, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I want to thank all you bosses. I'm going to go through the chat real quick and try to thank as many people as I can, because I love doing that, because you bosses are the show. I'm sorry if I missed you. If you want to come backstage once again, I'll put the link in the chat here for a backstage hangout. Sometimes people show up, sometimes they don't. You're welcome to. I'll be here for a minute. So let's go through all the bosses here tonight in the chat. Steve Harloha, Sapphire Elf. It's Courtney's Fellowship of Oddballs. Pop Culture PB. Oh shit, you're on the stream.
Woo!
Ravens Outpost. Light and Monk. I think I pronounced that wrong every time. Wookiee Supremacy. Barbara Bear. Who else we got? We got so many good people here tonight. Wow, what a stream. Bane Bear. We got Lowry. He was here. Mr. Hugh. So many people. Carmen Aguilar, or Christina Aguilera, as I call it. The lovely Sherry. And then I think there was one KH right at the end. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Hello, Karen. She was spying on me.
Oh well, that goes deeper than I know. So great show tonight. Thank you all for being here. We're gonna go backstage, wrap this up. If you want to join in, I don't have any guests yet, but if you want to join in, that's fine. If not, then we're just gonna hang out and be here for a minute. And if these guys want to go to bed, I'm completely cool with that. It's pretty late. So I want to thank my guest Jake Karr. Thank you. Go to his channel. I have his link in the description below. Go to Pop Culture PB's channel. Link in the description below. And I will see you all Saturday night on Lee Stream, and then on Tuesday night on my own. So thank you all for being here. I want to thank my guests one more time because they were so freaking awesome tonight. It was one of the funnest shows I ever had. Hoff signing off. Cheers.